flow. Rivers of living waters, let it flow. Chief Apostle Joseph A. Jackson, Yadasi no pay with to be Mirabraya. That's him at the Casiabote Subraya, a brasso, Cabas in here with TVXY so, and a first of power 97.9. Wagana, Wabraya Dam, and Yagusua, Yagrin, a choir Yabafa so, Naya, who are free man, Yamu. Yesika Sama Enquire, I want you about Maymo. Na Oma Yatu Muswaba. Omonte ya mani nase empe enwa no aduro emaye. Let it flow, let it flow. Omompe ho no aduro ema my Ghana. Let it flow. Na nsema ehwo nhye dan hia yen no. Enu mom no mugusu a wo ma probomu wo sabre mo patumi e de afiri ho. Enu mom no mo ka. But Ghana problems ne de obu twane afiri ho. Sikadie basa ama eka bedo man yiswo. Yesika Samon Tutu ya, Yan Tutuni ye, ne, or my Ghana city, na who are the Atiaba firm. Penindia Sua Yan Dine dear, and Nam 20, Gadam say, I say yes, you, I say yan sase, I say ye quiet. And only Ghana for he has some. I see, on Yamia, when you nipa, why no Koraka for Yame. What dine a D1 woman would wear try your words here. What the show Kasa? What the show Dimanema? What the United States of America, some America, yeah, and for my Ghana, we and we have been at 2 or more. That's what Obusika summoning yet, and to say Ghana, you know. What the Ghana to America about? What he Obusika summon one purpose, one poor medruno, and yet I'm a for Quadromo Cotonoma, and no man of board day. And no nana ya America for he has them. That's okay. About to your omatu ya. Sabra yaka say Donald Trump. Eddie Kunimono. The Donald Trump ya and say when the Cassamu, a maybe obeshi America for and you medin commono. Or Casafa or Haunia Mania America wom. No we are dying the diatromo, a quay or befaso, a you me free. And so Kamala Harris he. What did you them? And I watch you say, the Joe Biden here, and I don't know better so. And then Joe Biden, and Joe Biden, president. So, Musika Samuye. It is an apart. Said ye, Sika Sam, I said to the Nesseno, and no now by better so. America for you yate. And one number of car abortion as some. Meanwhile, you can't America for he has some power and prem prayer. Abortion yet, or may he has some prem pray. Omusika sam abrabomun sam adwuman sam I don't know me here sam etiano na America for gina so ato aba enedai na ultra popular votes no and electoral college votes na more visuals no better be to screen so popular votes and electoral college votes na Donald Trump Sesan was a man. Sesan was a and I dear about Donald Trump would die and I do want to campaign more. Also, but in Yamina Edikai Yamina Betty Tragic, but me want to Yameso. Nasa be a Becca be a Yame. Was the American now, yeah, Papa no much today, yeah. Or would die that he said, in God we trust, no. Some American on Abramo. And a double. Sabra yaka say na manfo akwa huhu semano ekwa yes ye kenkaya yate se Donald Trump baba bonten no be declare say wadi nkunim besi na sa huhu na me Donald Trump ma bonten Kamala Harris and nkofo abegu eye babia no wa no hwe eye abato no ana na mo twa animu say akobaba abekasa Kamala say ene oni adaje ma ne nkofo ene won't be nkasa. But the point is, Donald Trump didn't with him. The United States of America. A suffered that here. It's a journey mapa. Can any and the Wofia? Samu for pay. Sabre or bar Nizam Juma in the United States of America. About 2 years across and an idiot chepa. Yakwa Manosona Yanina and Chicken Como. And for about 1 and Pempens were drew. Emani bi a yatete ho nsɛm amanebɔ ahodoɔ a yɛateteɛ ne yɛkyerɛ ne yɛgyina ma awurusie deɛ ɛkɔ so America. Democrats no deɛ no moka, Republicans no deɛ no moka. Yɛde mo kɔ hɔ na deɛ ɛsi wɔ US no ho mede bɛto to Ghana. Adeɛ bi run through nkɔmmɔ no a yɛdie no mɛtwe w'adwene si so yɛde bɛdi nkɔmmɔ anɔpa yi. Deɛ kɔ so wɔ US no yɛde bɛto to Ghana. Ɛwɔ mu sɛ ɛyɛ amaama mmienu a obiara ɛyɛ n'adeɛ bɛn so nsɛm ne sesɛ nsɛm bɛyɛ ɛgye bi a mede bɛtwerɛ wo. Ɔsɔfo daakye hɛ ofo so agyeman ɛwɔ ahoma no so yɛnkɔ ne nkyɛn na yɛne ne ni nkɔmmɔ anɔpa yi wɔ Dwabo Ase wɔ Power 97.9 ɛna TV XYZ. Ɔsɔfo daakye hɛ akɔ ababaakye so ɔsɔfo afedeɛ wodam afedeɛ ɔdam kama ɔsɔfo
Kwame, more fire.
More fire. I like the more fire. Na sabra yɛ kasa yɛ home. US mountain so abatoɔ ne sunsuansoɔ twa ho mfonyi kyerɛ yɛ. Sɛn na si kɔ.
Ayo, sisi ya mo frɛ me abo anajo 145 ɛwa. Na je sisi Ghana mo lidi 5 hours ɛno no.
Sabe pepe.
Ti mo ade achi anonsi abo aponsi mabedu anenum no yɛ de anajo desio. Na ɛsɛ abato enti esiri pɛsɛ ya monitor ne ahwɛ ba bi ɛbɛkɔ akɔwi ankasa.
That's right.
Na America for abato yi na enti sɛ ya ma sɛ enra ɔmo to aba no. Dabi enra ye to aba no because the bit match mu yent already na omo ye early voting nti omo apese omo to omo de entem no asa enra na ye koto ye de no ne nipa 75 million ene di kan ato early voting no ana omo twen se enra nipa almost be 240 million so ene bit me abeto omo aba eho me guys me do fi a me call baby a me to ma ba bronze America to no na say nipa ni ho sa o de me te won na amount because me nkan wa asem kese funny enough omo voters card na ye koto aba wo so no presidency e de no e president din wo picture mo so na the vice eta na chi na eno wo eno achi chief justice abato e kan ho eno America ba na ye to ye no e just America for the to aba yi o chief justice
no correct
nya president na appointed the ope na se bia wakoyi afri ne party mu ni bia waye wakogina abato da bi na wabegina so ye Supreme Court justice just like that o man for na ne to aba ema enti eno abato na America eto no paper ne so na chief justice rep ye to ama no ewo so asa na senator de aba asa na civil court judge bi so de aba asa na local assembly den bi aba eti we mo ye de na keka ho yanko de o man for airport ne so eti abato na de enra no nipa do na say from 6 a.m. no mo biem so mo be kontem beti ma bentem na omo adwuma omo akọ se CIA who be some CIA dia
that's right
Trump headquarters Florida make us say na chita for wo ho a omo twen ne say obeba be kasa because omo do mtimi say projections are air ban there America about one no popular vote ni titu no ndeka electoral college dey na here omo but funny enough say 7 swing states na omo cheda e de hwe te say Ghana about Ashanti region results na voter region na Greater Accra bi ya put me in trunk as we win Ghana elections
okay
it's almost 7 swing states the end of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin mona edike abeba kakra na akari nyana no e favor Donald Trump this year ka say rough estimate edika buy enche ye bia no de na Donald Trump popular votes no 66 million.
Wow.
646,751. 66 million. 646,751. And Kamala Harris so 61 million. 479,324. Donald Trump would answer we are no in percentage for wiser. That is when you're 51.2%.
Wow. Popular votes.
Popular votes, no.
Okay.
And Kamala Harris, the so we are no popular votes 47.2%. But so what the electoral college the end there, Donald Trump 246, and Kamala Harris 194. As at so far the Abano first to get 270. But I say almost baby a here now winning in ano. I want to favor Donald Trump as at now. No, it is possible. Almost project in the can say, but a done deal. So Sankofa to America. Sankofa is Donald Trump, our president, there or co-opposition. No, what's that Benjamin? No, on the vice president or America, the boss. No, Donald Trump, a bear Sankofa or America. I'm a vice president now, no. The idea was
Walusu.
Now, moment to me, and can pain, but the speakers near if we are monitoring, I almost say on Cassasi, maybe I dear channel pa, and maybe your best friend, I congratulate Donald Trump, I don't need it. But Donald Trump fans an idiot. Or when you know a train, I ready for Florida, almost transfer of the money, Sasso, say Jack, also doing him say action man, say a fairy, a rainy, to almost the fans supporters in the almost channel. But Kamara and Crawford or Washington, they are the Kiaka say, and ya dear, a Babacasa and Nabi, and ya dear Chiano Pa and Babacasa. It is so far, the Abu Bosso. Send me the Kiaka. Question.
That's just a Trump and Dinkumano. But also a mayor Trump and Yane, a Kunimi and now Kwaswe Baya, America acquires Sankofe. A dear partner was Susium, what do we need? A dean Samachino, a deep word Donald Trump, and a Fesodia and a Botia, Kamala Harris, or the sitting vice president.
Donald Trump, no, aside the Casa, and I know a dean. Okasama timemufuo no se opeso manfo ho to Kwame no kwani se yaka se awonchira ba wiase de. For instance, last year sabe ba America last year.
That's right.
Na me to kwadu ehembe 8 na me to $1.
Wow.
But about 2 weeks ago me to the same kwadu no fefefe $3.
Wow.
I just say America kra no enyama bo akosoro. It's not that Donald Trump episode says me ba multimemufuo no me ma mo ho atom. Mo yo overtime Joe Biden and Kamala Harris pay so overtime yet tax also. Or no so ba we yo overtime yet tax. It is a Ghana mo project 24-hour economy no. So be a medjuma no be 8 hours no beto aso 8 hours so. Yes ye be ka se ye beti ne tax bia. It's multimemufuo no sa de me ya ma mo ho atom. Ebio tax I said that mo Senate sika yetete so no onu Donald Trump so be sa ati so amamo.
Wow.
And no mo sika ne so also beti wo mo tax so amamo say no betimi afa nkofo mo adwuma no mo hin ha o mo it is this na side the dan chain border the no de bebo mu no border the no so oka no oka in that Joe Biden na bie mu ama onu so oba o try say o ma sabi obi enwuram bi sa university bi say wo ba America say wo fa Mexico na border we dey ye bie dem say unya kofa won ko ade akwa bo be America.
That's right.
And no be America so funny enough no to say bi mo omo ebo wura mu wie ne omo fa Texas no be pie New York bi say ya na ya sapi hotel am o mada na ban na de sika to aduane mo omo di no di tua hotel ka e tell na timemufo ni bi so complain say say be ye ti mani mo kura no ye sika na de o tie tax o ti so na de hwe omo a omo fa say esra so ni usuo so ni form e de ban no age o magum yo
yeah
e tell say wonwene ye timemufo ne ho
yeah
it campaign message be say no de to form a e to e form for na so
wow
say ono oba obeka de mo pe e na ba ko so a na eye omo main campaign message ade omo ato omo ti bi omo ti make am eye abortion nse oba na si eye onipadua de open na ade ye ti na ne wa wo ba bi a wo keka ko eye onipadua na de open na ade ye de na jeze obi ti mi nchire obi de obi fa ne nipadua anye
Matias eh na just nkofo hi asem no enye no na beye Kamala Harris mo ekasa
even though okeka no abeka kakra se enye se de eya na se ba omi eka bi wo Ghana se se bi ono so yo no aman obo ono ade the policy na ebe ye adwuma
yeah
na enye de Joe Biden ko ade ye no so de ebe ye adwuma but ono aso woni de ode ba ono so aka tax ni bi de but u bi sa na ko bi sa se na ade na awo so no wanya aman kofo apese we have vice na se woni anu ana we ntimi anye dey afi na apese obe president no abe ya ama
yeah
But the crap pass they say and America are ready for our president.
Well, and so and America bakwase mu a obi ani won so a wo ye sitting vice president as wabra ne mampanyi ko no wagina abato a watimi edi nkunim animanimu except for Bush senior.
And funny enough no na sa decision na Joe Biden take here no na ebi mo dwa na party nim because omodwe is say wo nko bi won a party na nyon ko an de a I was saying koto ne bolu Obama mo former president mo Clinton mo ni ade betena se ni edidi nkomo no mo George na afi omu nyina mo twetwe ma adwene bi a ni ehu nipa a ye de ne ko we da mo da sorry na unko bi won a e do aso say me vice me vice a na eko.
Interesting.
It's a man them no kra no. Before politics no there was division in their camp.
Wow. Anyway,
because omodwe say wa mane mu ambie amo am pro bi e wo so de ba. The I and the America, Sankofa Nyabem.
Sankofa Nyabem.
Donald Trump, baby, I do not be enche. The headquarters, no. Or the Sama, America, Sankofa. Because Sankofa Kwame and you.
That's right.
Sankofa Inchi.
And what do you say, yeah, say, was Sprinters Road on. A Kwamina Mahama, yeah, na. Mahama, yeah, na. Was CC Pillars at that, or Pessoa Twaswa, a better connected Sprinters, Edu East Legono. MP before the when you be a Cosio, when you need a Sankofa. Jamomo de ka asem
anyway Sankofa America ko Sankofa
Ghana so be kwa na
e je say obi aye president da utimi sa be president e possible
na dey possible do na se kire nie osofo da che here be da se ene obere ne wa da che
okay onia
we dey do dey say oso koda and I will quite.
I don't know, I didn't friend and I'm seeing sleep. Then me come and Donald Trump at the casa. But I never come to chat one. He said, catch a gun for say, Omunko Makuma to me. Starts in being a Trump or Coca, Oba, and Cophobia, a far could quite be good or many normal you or Munka mining crack or be Pam or Munano. And yes, before you want American or Pam, David Tessa. Omojo said, what than Joe Biden mu bi eboro so no Venezuela fo bi mo ebi kwa yes criminals and on the prison omo break here omo nyina twane abegu America sabi omo started din some money ka bi bu police for ni ade ti sankofo ni bi no betata omo ba wo Ghana ni also ba otu kwan na ba America mo de say le kwan be de ma wa country bless wa wo betu kwan
very well osofo da che medo ase ene obre ne wada ja wonya ma hen na no pay osofo da che enzentweni a yɛne no wɔ fia ha ɛsɛ ɔbɔ United States of America bato no wɔde akyire wotie nkɔmmɔ no mu yie a asɛ nsɛm no a ɛkɔ so ɛne nɔɔma ɛsisi wɔ America no ɛne Ghana deɛ ne yɛ asɛ yɛba saa nkɔmmɔ no so bransa no agodeɛ mu nsɛm ɛbɔ tailor ayɛ krado anɔpɛ yi wɔde bɛma yɛ wotowoto hyehyɛhyɛ wɔ Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 on a day Trump is trumping. On a day, many are trumpeting Donald Trump. Okoya wasaba. Sada besi wa Ghana na monjisu wa baby abo wono. Ebo akwaba ma chibi abo ko de. Fantastic. Na ede na koso agudie mo nsem.
Agudie mo nsem nsa no pe yatena sa. Agudie mo nsem a yensa kan na yede bebremo yatena sa no ende ye berem na yakwa the Blasters of Ghana ye hwenim say head coach Dwabo Ase the squad yebebo Angola ani ne jeno obetumi edi atudwa yebeko lawyer in tow enso akachi onim say Ghana Football Association on pese Ghana Football presidency no omuyan 3 terms ono so order nsem atudwa na yakọ Desmond Ofai ono no head coach edima the Black Satellite after say enkuko ebaye ewo finals ewo for beat tournament no order nsem kakra tudwa de nyina ebetumi abrel sanso na eberem na yakọ UEFA Champions League and Real Madrid omutina fie ema AC Milan omo and omo G Champions League for 7 times omutumi eche 15 times champions no bom ekemiensa Real Madrid to me etimu bako e ho nsem ebetumi edi abro ensema ekoso e fi nsem amna no nsem no the doors no ekọ eba nyina no ebetumi edi abro unum se etena sa na dwumeko bi no so ase agudie mu ensem no ye de ebremo e Dovita herbal medicine omo eno maso asen agudi man nsem no ye de ebram Dovita herbal clinic se min kancha se omri Dovita man capsules aba do no FDA for agya tum se edro tatahwe enti wo ye bema wa ye mre e wo mpam di a edro se wunya na wo nom na bibia koye e ma no no o se utumi e wo so mpa o se utumi e bo adwuma enti no hwehwe Dovita man capsules bi na nom na bibia koye e ma bia wa ye mre e wo mpam premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, sexual dysfunction, low sexual libido. So when you be now no nom na uye bema udimu, bema utumi boejuma, bema no pa adiche sana na ye to enyum efra se eye Francis anope bia to enyum efra no sa pepepe Dovita eye herbal medicine no so no se uyo bia se uyo bia eye immune system na ye weaker o se unya bi na onom na bibia okoye ede ema eno na blood cleanse blood vessels no sounds serve as immune booster enti no hwehwe Dovita herbal medicine bi na bobo na bibia enkoye emfa ema ye kan sa no menstrual problems menstrual pains o se unya Dovita eye herbal medicine bi se uyo bia wenya sexually transmitted infections Dovita herbal medicine no ebetumi aboa pan sanso ena pulse aye koko body pains waist pains constipation ni nyina no unya Dovita herbal medicine bi wono ma bibia bekoye edi amount o se men kancha so mo 24-hour delivery service nationwide Ghana ha bibia wo she bia no kana wo pe bibia no phone number so edro no betumi enya bi na wetumi anom na bibia koye edi amount 0246 265313 and that's 05027160076. WhatsApp number is 05027160076. Awo shi elang taxi station ho ho eno mubuto nti ukọ ho a eno no ubetumi any do doctor etumi akasa na ne ha obia no otumi eso ano edi amount sanso ana Dovita man capsules nso ope bi ato a ko Okaishi drug lane and I say Okaishi drug store eno ewo Accra Albert Sam Herba ewo ho Ebi Clark drugstore eno ewo first floor ewo Adipa house eno ewo Accra Kingswell Herba NG Herba Repash Herba Nana Boachi Herba Little George eno ewo Tema Larry and Larry Pharmacy ewo Ashaman Eku's Pharmacy ewo Ashaman Redeemer Herba eno ewo Ashaman and accept the Lord Herba Center eno so ebutu so many Dovita Herba clinic se min kancho say good health is our concern and I no pay a good and semno Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch and Nakujo for Fundy omo and omo boa and magudemu and semno me to me Eddie Ebrem and me and semno Ebremu edino ebo Taylor yen shen sem na say na yen call the Black Stars of Ghana when him say jina kono yen share him say ni Angola ani Niger ebetumi edi esi ani na Ghana when him say Niger no ebetumi abono ewo Accra Sports Stadium sanso na Angola no yen share him say ebetumi akopie mu ewo Luanda and Bond so na ye de sa kense no etumi ahihye so na aya AFCON qualifiers ye bono Ghana after 4 matches 2 point per ena yewo Angola qualified that ye share him say Sudan and so no omo pointer omo wono and sure na next game no so omo board draw kra omo tumi enya qualification to Ghana aye din pop say betumi enya qualification akọ eye Morocco AFCON ever so eye 2025 no ti ye share him say Ghana bia betumi akoye na eye February and I say Friday ebe eda efiada eno eye November 8 coach Otuado ye show him say on the squad list Ghana Angola Ghana Niger matches me no betumi abaso eno last matches betumi abaso AFCON qualifiers no betumi on the squad list etumi aba pontim but ne etiti say abrantia the din Eddie Mohamed Salisu otumi enya injury kakra bi enu ntino and sure na squad list betumi aba bontino coach Otuado entumi Anthony Sa entumi Anfan Freo na ye kai mu biom se Ghana Angola no betumi abaso November 15th eno ebebaso Luanda and Bont so sanso na Accra Sports Stadium so no betumi ene Niger enso etumi ahihye so enso Accra Sports Stadium eno so betumi abaso enso November 18th entino eda Friday eda efiada ye hwe nim say Ghana ye head coach Otto Ado betumi atonisa afreni players na squad of announcement no official one no betumi edi atudwa ntire ye hwe nim say bia bekoye edi ama oman konkron Ghana yen konzero from there na ye call the Black Satellite of Ghana head coach edi Desmond Ofe ono na kachiche unim say of B tournament etumi ebaso Togo Ghana etumi ebo ehomodian ye room or finals na ye room or hono Ghana and Nigeria and it to me a ball finals na ye ball finals ni we no na Nigeria it to me abon e kam no a Ghana it to me a team baako na finals no a it to me e call ye no it to me a qualify akọ eye AFCON na and also no e betumi abaso Ghana it to me a qualify into no ya boy homodin pa e wo ho na eye finals na ye to me and winning against Nigeria no coach Desmond Ofei and then Sam Kakra Atuja or see Ghana finals na ye boy no ye fa ni na engu yechi na eba eye eba talenta Ghana you be pan Ghana ha intino ye tie sama Desmond Ofei edituja
Nigeria, we know the rivalry. We lost against them last time, and it's the second time in the final. So we push up. Yes, of course. I think this is the first. This was the first objective, is to qualify, and we did so. But if you arrive in a final, you want to win the final. But it didn't happen today. Like I said before, we have to build on the positives, correct our mistakes. We have a lot of talent in the country. It also plays in the second division in Ghana. So immense talent. We have like 6, 7, 8 players playing. It shows the quality we have in the country. We felt that this selection was the best possible selection, that we're close to the level that can compete at this level. And with Jerry, I'm really happy because he's a very hungry lad, down to earth, and he's a goal scorer. So I'm really happy for him, and his future looks very, very bright. And it's up to him to make the next step, hopefully to Europe, and in a good team where he can play, and hopefully get an opportunity in the Black Stars.
Intino Black Satellite head coach Desmond Ofenka and a Tianian concern from there. Now ye call veteran Ghana football administrator Dino a lawyer in tow. When him say Ghana Football Association president, and I said president Ket Okreku or percent in terms, or to me I am 3 times. Now I am 3 times the actually I had 12 years and now all quadron now all san semno a babontin go for bebre and on day amano disem and so at the ababontin say 12 years a Ket Okreku person okwalo almost omunyina omo enje so omunyina enti ase se Ket Okreku nko e buy no opese okọ eye 3 times eye 12 years na yehu bi e okwesi ya ntechi time a ono okọ 12 years after 12 years no yehu ensema etumi efri ho etumi e buy no we e na lawyer into o de ensem atudwa se o se Ket Okreku ne 3 time opese okọ ne de ono onti ase kra yenti ensema lawyer into o de tudwa
football ni omodia omotuye yeme biko omuntino matafu ye gbenje football e omodia na me 6 years ago samochiri on second term ono resign 1989 e wukum contender ute wanvanko yewura 4 years orizali okoye batleko ndi sa eride masama mu ni sansi class oko 12 years se football for ko this that means ko the football se Kwame Minkah so ko di pa on betra ko di atuma 100 square on kwa tambe so manako no by question that oko 30 means an achievement pa the same thing onche oyo se football ni obodia
Entino way ensema lawyer in tow or the two jaws say a Ket Okreku ne tetema opese okono no nti ase kra na se okase okonkwan dia o se obe block pass Ket Okreku betumi akọ ne tetem yemfi ho na yen concern from there na ye kokumasi Asante Kotoko on head coach Edino Prosper na te ogum ba last match so mo boy no ni nyina enkoye na Prosper na te ogum ensema okanya se o see the players no set pieces omunya no ase omo ebre e ho pantisia no oni players no efemu se ometumi set pieces omunya omutumi enya eye free kick ni ade no betumi convert ni nyina na goals a ebetumi aba no de na enya agrokra yenti ensema Prosper na te ogum ade tuja.
On the field, we've been training on it. Different positions are training, but then when we go into the game, it happens in a different way. But I think we need to keep on working on it, and we'll get it. The positions that the set pieces occur, when it occurs at a particular place, we can have 2, 3 people whom are competent from that position. So it's up to the players there to agree and decide on.
Entino way ensema Prosper na te ogum odi tu jano na head coach edima Kumasi Asante Kotoko omo akache yemfri ho na yenko Accra folk onim se epa Ghana ha after Kumasi Asante Kotoko yesanso ewo Accra folk unim say omo spokesperson no aye Kwame Opare Ado den se bebre atudwa eba aye heart of folk a eno so no ahye enhyeda enkoye sa ne oka nyina no se ozisia no asamu players no e wo se omo building on games omo bono ni nyina no omo nya experience e wo games omo bono no mo de next game a omo hwa e betumi akoye pan e dem ama aye across of folk season we yentie sama aye Opare Ado oditudwa
Day one and 1 year. We are still making sure that this young team will continue to progress match after match, laying the kind of solid foundation once we go through the competition. So even though Yashano, you'll be at the day, but yes, I'm fine. Has ended. Team Nasasha prepare for another assignment against Vision FC. Everybody will be there again to support the team whilst we continue to move on stage after stage. League in a year born. Make sure so be able to they are not just participating in the competition. Everybody is here to make sure that whatever is there to fight for, you also put in your best to fight for it. But this is that. So you don't have to fight pressure on yourself. You have to take it game after game so that collectively,
and to the way and some spokesperson at the crowds of folk, Opare Ado or the two Yayan Fiona, Yanko Bibiani Gold Stars, a Baby Biani Gold Stars, our Moe CEO, Aquesi, a duo so then Saka Kratuja, a Baby Biani Gold Stars, almost 4th year, or more a Ghana Premier League, Quesi, a do a canese, almost a young 4th year, a Ghana Premier League noom. Or some year wild pan, I'm a bomb home day, no to me a winning Ghana Premier League no this season. Yet, yes, sama, Aquesi, a do or the two ya.
I've said this time and against all the other Premier League competitors, Obia vision is obey Meji as a champion. For no reason, Grumble to be a champion, it will be a prestige to the club. And this is our 4th season in the state of the Premier League. I don't think there's a chance you have to be champions, I say Yempe. And we have staying focused competing so well professionally so that by the end of the season, if our effort, any fighter, it deserves that. Why not say?
Free Aquesu Edu China, Yanko former Asante Kotoko, Muplay Dino, Atakusi, also the same Kakra Atuja, Efa, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, na Papano Eka Inane say, or say a bus is here. Kumasi Asante Kotoko Musi on Wakano, Ewo Obuasi Lenkle Stadium. Na eba Babaya Sports Stadium here. Renovation omuye or no we intino or Sre Kumasi Asante Kotoko say or those some fans no Obuasi Nansuno ye Kakotokwa and no Kumasi Asante Kotoko intino omumbra back to Babaya Sports Stadium Kumasi no so we Babaya Sports Stadium dia omumbra ho.
The Kotoko Kumasi. Obuasi supporters or more support Kotoko de ba Kumasi de ene Kotoko. Definitely Kotoko Kumasi because one day more and Kumasi so the depend on the ball the doors since the Omo Kobuasi. Kumasi the definitely means they are Baba Ibimuka.
Atakusi Ekasawi no de to aso say Sisiano a bag Ghana Premier League na salary in 7 no or say enyenyenye kra yentie salary no nsema Atakusi enso di tuja.
The teams in the two on salary no omo maska no mani yati edi just say veje bi o abe 2-3 man na dey am be salary back kwa na ni wo family abe di am na definitely obobo a obi am say bibi wo na oko bobo na say ma salary obi nim say ama wa na e ma the expectation na if you for the ban eso now see amount e na din na o training na yesa from wa na e easy nti no say ntua okasa ya na
Tunu way nsema Atakusi enso editu joy former Kumasi Asante Kotoko mu player no yemfiri o na ye concern from there sia no Ghana Premier League no onim say coaches of the month in 24 Eddie Atuja we coach of the month in 24 3 coaches and omo de ba bontin coaches miensa na omo de ba bontin coaches no edin no eni Steven Frimpong Manson and Kasim Mengo Okansi ono eka ho bi sanso na eba Kumasi Asante Kotoko omo head coach eno Prosper Nate Ogum eba Steven Frimpong Manson former and I said your otumi month of October no say the city 4 matches 5 matches and otumi coach here owini miensa and otumi ball draw 2 we lose match bia o 6 goals and otumi concede 2 goals Band Nations FC head coach enso a no edino Kasi Mengo Okansi ono so no 4 matches and otumi ball here ono so no 2 wins and onya draw 1 na osans olusi 1 match goals or share no 5 goals and otumi concede 2 goals and so Kumasi Asadokotoko head coach no Prosper Nate Ogum 5 matches and papa no otumi ball 3 wins and onya obo draw 1 olusu 1 goals or share no 5 and goals or concede no and so 3 goals and so we coach of the month of October we coach is 24 etumi aba bonting player of the month so 24 the players edin miensa and to me buy edin no Kumasi Asadokotoko player edin Albert Amoa sanso and a Nations FC player edin no Pfizer Chawete sanso and a Bibiani Gold Stars player edin no Kevin Opon Albert Amoa form no say the city 5 matches otumi was so 4 goals MVP otumi enya 1 and no most valuable player ono otumi enya bako and the minute boy no 424 minutes and a Brante no otumi boy about Pfizer Chaweta no so sinakan the man Nations FC ono so otumi ball 4 matches 3 goals and a Brante no otumi share otumi enya most valuable player otumi enya 1 minute boy no 312 minutes about Kevin upon sinakan the man Bibiani Gold Stars ono so no otumi ball 4 matches 2 goals and a Brante no otumi share otumi enya MVP 1 minute a Brante no otumi abo 360 minutes and a Brante no and so etumi abo ho yenko goalkeeper of the month of October and also no Kofi Mensah Brante no sinakan the Nations FC sanso and Emmanuel Kobi Frederick Asari and a Lawrence Osei way any player goalkeepers are 24 etumi abomudin say goalkeeper of the month of October and also no etumi abomudin and so yanko seven from there na yanko the UEFA Champions League and draw matches akrabi etumi ekoso na yemfa results etumi ekoso no emfa emma dia PSV omutumi etina fie echi Girona eboma ekan 9 omutumi antibi yeko Bratislava Slovan Bratislava omutina fie emma Dynamo Kiev ebomo eka poly and 9 omutumi etimu baku Borussia Dortmund etina fie echi Stem Grass ebomo eka baku omutumi anti Sanso ena Bologna etina fie emma Monaco echi ebomo eka baku omutumi anti Celtic omutina fie echi RB Leipzig ebomo eka miensa omutumi etimu baku Leo eni Juventus ebo 1-1 draw Liverpool etina fie echi Bayer 04 Leverkusen ebomo eka enaya omutumi anti Real Madrid omutina Stadio Santiago Bernabeu
and at the
Nyabotre AC Milan echi Real Madrid ebomo eka poly miensa ama Real Madrid etumi etimu bako na Rudiger etumi eche go bi ampedifo ne se outside enti ase da ebekọ na yakoji ya ego na aba Sporting CP etina fie ema Man City omuche Man City ebomo eka 9 ema mutumi etimu bako ende Shakhtar Donetsk omni young boys be Sans and Barcelona and so any Red Star Belgrade and so betimi abo Paris Saint-Germain omni Atletico Madrid be Sans and Inter Milan any Arsenal and Stuttgart any Atalanta and so etumi edi apem so by Europa League Besiktas omni mamu betimi edi esiakan and then to know yes yemre no ekopa Kwame Minkah to Dwabo Ase so edi amaye me producers and there Roger Emmanuel the sportsman and Akudjo Fandi me ambi ensem no ebrem no edin no Ebo Taylor Kwame Minkah to Dwabo Ase so edi amaye
Ebo Taylor our Philly Real Madrid enra anko ye amamo ebra na wo kan Real Madrid asem no me hwe aniama na se enihua tatao to se no bibi amfa ade bi amfa
menti ase o
we ye enzo amfa
menti ase team last season wako unbeaten our Champions League team last season we lose just 1 match our whole season this season enko ye
that's a record here they can they say football dynamics in assisa to abatia say team fum ya be biti team kese bi so bia ni mbobo ete wo ye wade na ye ni ye ade na wo dwen say won ko na wonim ye no kane na nipa kuma bi na enim ye no kane na nipa kuma bi na nim sa ade ne ye no ene se sei obi anim ye wate eti wo ya ye wo de ni ye ye bema wo de na ye soronko no eno na wo sa wo ye Black Stars for Mate Abusia Dwabo Ase nipa 97.9 and a TVXYZ and then ukwada akwa ukwada yi wabra wo hwe na wutie show no ade soronko so aye ye ade ama mo ye tiefo ene ya hwefo ene se ye de mensa kanon so epem so eti wabra wo hwe na wutie ensema wodo aye de tumani no pay na wutwa because wo dial star 274 hasha and now no pay 2000 Ghana cedis 2000 Ghana cedis and only adema and pay and now we 2000 Ghana cedis and adema a star 274 hash 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 no choose number 1 no a year I want a power XYZ work opekepe e madodo opeso twa wudi twagum a star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash if you are done so you have 5,000 it's a week way a more dead already America fire sankofa wo mabato nsunsu aso e course wo oboto abano omato amansakraye change has happened in the United States of America now no UK for two omaba obo change and sesaye and a two omaba oboto abase sa aban ni mu akabreti wa no my Ghana akoto aba change besi ana obi anye so e change ba na obi anye so ba bia bo bia star 274 hash ye ba be boy tonton sansan na wona pro bobu nsam titiriu wo oti region ya owai his excellency John Mahama de nsama kase pa na atodwa ye ba be tietie bia didi ho komo o my Ghana wa amania ban ana part 2 ye be wuram enko ba bia mafidie ne na ya ye ba sie
natural samaba na sawochi konkoya natural samaba na sawochi konkoya natural samaba.
Come on. Freedom aba. Fawudi aba. Fawudi na Ghana for no. Hey, yasom. Ebra so ye boy tonton sansan no pay with Dwabo Ase our power 97.9 and a face of TV XYZ. Why nempe fawudi? Why nempe? Why nempe asetina papa? Bibia obeye bia bibia odon sabeka bia no. Ekoso ma. Why nempe? Why nempe omanya yedi amemwo papa? Ena echichire. Amemwo ni mu nhyehyeye no. Eso abapa. Bua masika. Ebeda amanfo botom. Why nempe? Tell me. Why nempe? You see, United States of America, what level mpo medru eba infrastructure, eba bibie mu Ghana ntono. Yantu omo. Omumpo what level yo medri. Omahunu se amemwo papa emwa yesika sem amemwo emwa emma onipa ende ne ho ewo ne memu amemwo ede ahokyere eba eya amemwo bia eni ukwan se yesososo eti America fokoto o mabai ena no pay ni ekika ba de eboboba amaneba hodo eba bibia da di pefe se mampanyi a wo baaye no beye ne de na go san another 4 years na America fo amfa ama no okotena nchen tina fie no ena wono no masa akọ afa naba Donald Trump o masa akọ afa naba edi entira fi se wabra na wo ba apra no ne America fo di nkomo no economy ne ho asema eya America fo hi asem papa no eno nana no oni wo mudi ho nkomo eche nia wo ba wo beba ba ya fa ho fa wo mu ntimi nto wo musika sema anwe ne se ahokyere aba America no eno nana na Trump wo kire kwan obefa so kwan a wode na hihye to dwa kwan obefa so no ayi o mafiri amane mu eti na ne America for dodo na atu adi na chi o mato aba edi ama no na mame nka asem bia ebema wo se afem asem ba ko bia ebema wo se afem tie me na no na gabi o tweda ko ne na social ni media wodan na di se abato ya ebeto wo Ghana yi eya ba the economy yesika sem ene ebegina so ato aba afem mame so me fan so se penindie nso ka ho penindie ni su ne ban penindie ba ne wo sa abrei e wo ye mamu penindie andwene oman yi hunti etina akwama aba ama yensa ase ye kwaye yensuo asai enam gadam sei penindie nkwaye etina ene ye bambo ho nsem adan ye butuo no penindie nkwaye etina emerewafo ne nkokorafo sika abayagye ata na ni ase a woma merewa ne nkokorafo ebre wo mu memu enye se sika no nyomu de omu ankasa sika omu sam ho mfifire enyaye na wonye agide wo aban investment wo yes wo koye aban investment abayagye sika na ta na ni ase edi sika na pam omu se woni bibia de mo penindie eye hia sem kase pa ede magana ene Ghana ni koto ade wo dwoma eno amaami bi okoto na ade wo dwoma wode beto wode receipt ni beto eye social media wo se bibia nka na wo to ahodo a ede da no ma ahodo oto ene so chensa COVID-19 to no COVID-19 eto no wo so hu anu ohunu de onye no ho ya jiji to ajiji ye hunu de de ye ya jiji to ama sese ya de abasire kwa World Health Organization akasa ya de no enye bibia ehu bia bio no eno wo to ne egusu a ye ji wo mamu ha ɛne yɛte wɔ ne yɛhwɛ mpanimfoɔ no saa ɛna mpanimfoɔ kura yi a wɔn de toa yi abɛto yɛ so abɛgyina yɛn anim sɛ wɔn pɛ tumi ɛna da screen no soɔ no ti nneɛma a wɔtɔ nyinaa yɛ 350 hwɛ to ahodoɔ ɛda so get fund NHIL communication service tax CST COVID-19 levy ɛna da so no 274 pesos ɛne yɛte afiri eti sika obetua ne nyinaa ɛyɛ 350 ni mu no hwɛ to ahodoɔ ɛdeda soɔ inflation akokɔ soro ɛnɔma bu akokɔ soro no ɛnam so nti ɛna wokɔ dwom a wodeɛ Zionide bɛba ha ɔno ɔba a nɔma boɔ no na ɔba bɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu de akyɛ ɛkyɛ bia bɛte nka ɛmɛ bia bɛkɔ dwom adeɛ kyi adeɛ sɛ nyinaa no ɛnɔma boɔ kwa na ɛkɔ soro so Americafoɔ dan biribi adi adeɛ ɔma dan na di ne sɛ baabi a na ɔman ne de n'ani akyerɛ no ɛnyɛ kwan pa eti wɔn kɔto aba no wɔn gyina saa adeɛ no so kwan bɔne na ɔman ne de n'ani akyerɛ no wɔn gyina so ato aba sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a baabi a ɔman ne de n'ani akyerɛ no ɛbɛsesa wɔn ato ama Donald Trump fi sɛ Trump akyerɛ sɛ wɔte Americafoɔ n'ase ɛna noa bi na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ɛyɛ no wɔyɛ mampanyin a waba panyin ne bra so yɛ a nanka ɛwɔ so yɛ sɔ no so efie nan no ɛna me nneɛma bi a ne akeka to yɛ tirim ne mfonyi bi a MPP foɔ yi bɛtwa yɛ nti yɛyi ne si nkyɛn ɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ dollar to cedi na aduru 4 cedis no yɛmpɛ 1 cedi $1 because I don't know Akufo-Addo ɛbɛka kyerɛ yɛ waka kyerɛ sɛ ɛnam sɛ wɔba bɛyɛ 1 cedi $1 nti ɛno nti na ɔde Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ɛbrɛ yɛn ɛnɛ Bawumia ɛyɛ head of the economic management team dollar na duru sɛn sɛ dollar ɛnenam 17 cedis ɛyɛ dɛn na baasa na ano ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ wakye dollar no ɛde ki safoa no ama IGP no saa asɛm na ekosi sɛn economic management team yi a yɛde ɔmo bɔ odwa ɛde ɔmo bɛkyerɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ne yɛbɔ ɔmo samanane no saa nneɛma na ɔmo yɛ nyinaa no ɛno ne yɛ nɛ a $1 America dollar baako ɛne nam 17 cedis no so papa kuro yana ɛnɛ wabɛgyina yɛ nim sɛ wɔ asantema mu wɔ framantam wɔ tifi mantam ɛpoyɛ mantam wɔ Ghana fɛ no nyina wɔno kuro yɛ na gyina yɛ nim o sɛ Ghana fɔ mfa tumi ma no wɔsɛ fata Ghana ni a wotie me wɔ amaneɛ yɛ wɔde ɔman Ghana atom wɔ haw atete yɛ a wɔde ɔman Ghana atom yi papa yi wɔsɛ fata Americafoɔ akyerɛ kwan no Kamala Harris yɛ nkɔyɛ vice president o bɛnso bɔne a Joe Biden di yɛ no ɔmo so ɔmo yi ne firi ma ɛnyɛ ye ɔmo ntumi yi Kamala Harris ɛmfiri bɔne na wɔne Joe Biden adi no ɛno nti ɔmo ato atie ɔmo look ɔmo yɛ survey te sɛ deɛ Ghana yɛayɛ survey kuro yɛ bia ɔmo ne amanfoɔ didi nkɔmɔ wɔ America emu 72% ɛdan na di wɔ saa research no mu sɛ America was headed towards a wrong direction woba Ghana ha sɛ ya yɛyɛ survey kuro yɛ bia Ghana for wɔ ha nkyekyɛ mu adi ɔwɔtwe ɛsɛ baabi a ɔman Ghana de n'ani akyerɛ no ɛnyɛ kwampa soɔ so you see what is happening momma nsakran mframa yi a ɛbɔ yi ɛwɔ wiase afa na nyina no momma ne mpa Ghana ho maame ma wontie His Excellency John Mahama wɔn aprɔbɔ mu nsɛm no bi ɛbere a wɔkɔɔ ɛyɛ kwasa a na wɔkyerɛ sɛ MPP the way a ɔmo yɛ inconsistent no titiriw wɔde nneɛma ɛfa mmabunu ho no ɛyɛ dangerous yɛn bibia ɛna MPP kura yi ase wɔba mmabunu bɛnya adwuma mena bu so ama amanfoɔ efra manone aba prapra adwuma ɛwɔ Ghana ha MPP kura yi ade ɛyɛ NAPCO baayɛ wɔgyina NEIP ne YE so sɛ wɔde nnwuma ahodoɔ aba wɔde fotoɔ ahodoɔ atotototoɔ mmabunu bɛgye na ɔmo mfa nso ɔmo adwuma ase eti wɔn nyinaa wɔde baayɛ ɛyɛ dan na sɛ unemployment rate ɛda so gyina 14.7% ɛyɛ dan wɔn nyinaa akyi o ɛnɔma bebrebe yi a wɔseɛ sɛ wɔayɛ ama mmabunu no ɛyɛ dan ɛna unemployment gyina 14.7 ɛno tie Bawumia sɛ wɔdan ɛde akyerɛ yɛ enyuma dodo a wɔayɛ a efiri bere a wɔhyɛ ne campaign ase besi nnɛ figures no nyɛ the same wɔde ne nsɛm a wɔka ɛne ne nsɛm a ne ministers a wɔhwɛ adwuma yɔ so ɛka wɔde toto ho a ɛnyɛ pɛ ɛnso fa enwuma ahodoɔ a wɔmanya wɔn de tu wɔn ho nyinaa no ɛyɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne nsa ano adwuma ho nsunsuanso nnwuma ɛna abu so ama amanfoɔ wɔde kɔ ɛyi National Data Center hɔ wɔbɔ sɛ yɛatwerɛ ɛsrɛwusu din ɛde abɔ dan no ho enwuma National Data Center no aproduce no it is thanks to John Mahama ne nsa ano adwuma me de sa picture no better but before then yentie His Excellency John Mahama wabra no make a critical point of the inconsistency of the MPP as far as the Ghanaian youth is concerned. His Excellency John Mahama.
Anope bia me sorry me fa me phone na ma hwe enyoma AC o hwe social media TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Opera News na o hwe enyoma AC na angwangwasem me ko hwe ya me hu se MPP for omo ye omo advert brofo kasem omo achro say incentivize the youth to go into poultry production. Say omubeboa ama emabunu ewura enkoko say ye enkoko edwuma no ombeboa ama emabunu akoyebi. Na we ade a NDC e wo manifesto mu maka na meka no meka say yebema emabunu no enkoko mma ena mka se won kokon kitenkete se na be ya omunyi a omo tokosi a ombetimi aton no monya sika enkoko ninyi na omo ton a omo ton asset nama ombenya sika ena MPP for the koye advert omo de sreme se me se yebema emabunu enkoko kitenkete na enye se adwuma no ena omo de ombehwehwe ama emabunu. Hey, I no pay me sorry, I'm my advert say almost so almost a boy mabunu, mama ye. And that's why I say that NPP is consistently the most inconsistent party. They are consistently inconsistent. Because adia mosre say enye juma efata emabunu. And that the masa baba ye advert say mo de moba mo be boy emabunu mo ma hwe nkoko. Ezu
His Excellency John Mahama no. And that the mose nkoko ketenkete no muso mu baby. Anya mo na mose nkoko ketenkete bebrebe no. Mahama ba ko no nya no na Ghana hia. Hey afedie enkoko nketenkete bebrebe Mahama ba ko no eno de mu pabi. You see, problem with the MPP ni say so omo de ba eye se nyo mo na de ba enye and obi a wo yesa bia no oni akono yesa bia no sa ni akono we trimodenfo, and that is the reason ti Ghana wo ba bia ye wo yi and anya se bia de almost yes omo de ba no wo mo ba ya ma eso aba mfaso bia ma o na de na ayi Akufo-Addo wanka wo Santa Maria e de brofo no wanka e de mfonyin wantwa amfa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho. But you see, in all this enoma and the NPP e de bo mo asafo hini nyina e John Mahama nyuma wo jato ho Pokwasi interchange Obechebi Lamte interchange Spinters flower pot say dwuma kase na ho no tema port expansion project when you John Mahama nsa no nyuma wo jato ho mo ba mo to aso keke mo de bom ho asafo hene say mo na mo yeye but okura no madan na dia cho so meaning say for the past 7 to 8 years there is no single idea original idea sa free SHS no te say dia osofo usu bemba kan no e Ghana sika na ye ye yo. And as a matter of fact, Ghana ni tie bio. Your 1992 constitution no say on minimum penny for what was the talk so yemfa sa entity na ye fidi no emma ye ma want to aso suku ewa ye constitution mu. So sa political party bi ba na wo di constitution so a aye dey ye the original idea. So MPP more original ideas in a way. Where are they? Away. And they are so inconsistent. Say in omu confusion no more for kwambi so dia be confuse Ghana for. But today Ghana for wa bra media dance dia hodo wo kire mo no mo reject omo to say the America for I reject it amamo bonia e de Michael say yemu. Sa na America for ye. Ghana for ye betima ye. Mami eye National Data Center, Digital Center, Accra Digital Center picture no. Na me ko President Mahama ho. So picture wo ho obo wo mebo a. O baby a ya circle no. Hwe baby a ya circle ni ye. Ya twe di bi entwe bi wo ho. Me pese o hwe ntwe ni ye. Na hwe di e bo ho. Ni ya twe e di egu ntwe ni mu. Ni ya twe wo ho. Ni obehu ye. Mami nka ncho. Eye Accra Digital Center. Accra Digital Center. Now, say we go Google. Now we fefe no many. We go to story. We say 15,000 jobs created at Accra Digital Center. CEO reviews. Story way, and that's the same way. Ogoka was FM. Now story no more try on July 27, 2022. Or post 2 story no around 9:01 p.m. 9:01 p.m. And our church story. It is such Accra Digital Center here. The munim found one say, Yedi back no. Eh? I move for in town. Accra Digital Center and said the Ejina Masunti, Etima created 15,000 jobs. According to CEO, Nana Kufuado na pound on the tour. Etima Hamasi Dynasty or the Munwama Gumu. Be a quino. It is a ne. Wo bomb Mahama. So what say one for new mama? We see you. Akwana will find say one bear see you. Our Accra Digital Center no. In 2022, what Dina did chance and care for Magana for United here. So Accra Digital Center no. Etima created 15,000 jobs. Eti yakasa Mama ya juma wura. Na ne sa no no. Osai for ne nana do ne baumia. Osai for ne jijefo. Mo jiji pa o sai for na jiji for wo boba de omuni ma no say ye fa ye din mo ho ye fa ye busuani bi din emo ajapade bi ye ga na ajapade a mampanyi dwoma ama be ye ne ye jakobo ho ne ya bo ho dwa ne ya sai ga na fosika e wo ho ba we nyina mu na dwoma ama se hwe wo ti region wa wo se hwe votes ahodo a mo beto wo ti voter any greater Accra. One woman maka kire mu yin hihye pam enam kwaso ebe me hwe animu se vote no de maya madwe grasa mo be ma no mudi bi beka ho no mato no boom wabra ko na bato krata no wunya ba bi atini no no adaka to na won chemu no na de timo was aba no ye boom na yet be send a warning to any politician wa Ghana has say ye de tumi mawa na de o man ko say ye mu a Ghana for na 2 minutes from Hoba no. To say the constitution is no. Woman na better baby a 2 minutes. Said the CJ everyone some. Dear mama.
I'm positive again that we can win all the votes in the OT region. We want to increase the votes that we get from the Volta region and the OT region. And I'm sure that if we're able to do that, also increase our votes in Greater Accra. Greater Accra, we won it the last time with only 76,000 votes. We need to win it by about 300,000 votes. And we need to widen the gap in Volta region. MPP got about 100,000 votes in Volta region the last time. We got about 800,000. We need to decrease the votes that they get in Volta region.
Happy to 300,000.
That's a pipe dream.
A dream?
It's a pipe dream. I don't think MPP can get 300,000 in Volta region. Mark my words. We'll look at the results when they come. Yeah, they can't get 300,000 in Volta region. We're going to win it. I mean, Volta region knows that, I mean, it's NDC that stands for them. Everything, regional hospital, University of Health and Allied Sciences, you know, virtually everything, electrification, water, Bandu water system, I mean, everything is provided in NDC time. And we have very good plans for the Volta region. We want to, Volta and OT, we want to do one of the special agri processing zones in Volta and OT. Because the good thing, I mean, God works in mysterious ways.
And I'll tell you, Carabusa, Brian, Brian Copa. Now, me first I at Temran Communion Tentem. And what kind of pain? He's not being cocky, he's not being overly confident. No, his confidence stems from the fact that a new man were you know, one year man for the incomo, one was a man for if he say yes, more NDC for more more drink. And so, what the baby now also does, and BBI and I so making heroes, our voter region. Forget it, NC. And if it is rigging, and I do 2 3 said on our faso, and they are making heroes, our voter now Otia. Messi, forget it. Because Wabra mobile pono. A man for now, money mobile pono. Obaba catch and penny for no. So, you see, the change a bar. What not there much to say, Juma, eh? And for now, who know best say Jumano. Or one about catch opposition political parties, I will say, Tonton Sansan in here, Yomobabe in here. And the reason, tia, more Madia Bia Mobashi Sebiano, a Grigu, NDC for Hunu, and Tamino, is simply because, or more money or mobile pono, or money is a mo, must say Ghana. And Omon Pemubio, Asasia Pomo, a real swap Pomo. Yet Pemubio. Mo free so Ghana for prayer perform and that is where we are. Yentie baburu bi anu okasa wo asante mantema na watch us hwe abatu obere we de yen kwon say afrase no we de mame nya mo no anka na asem we de tie di oka baburu owo kuma ase Ashanti region, the so-called stronghold of the MPP.
Baby I agree. Mother was that Dabio, young LGBTQI plus BM. Mother was a Dabio, young somebody about Dane Fufuama, Banch Maya, Moonfire, and work for. Young somebody about Dane Coco, the Coco Maya, move young what you go. And this is what I get at Yaman, and this is what I have to yell Aman, and this is what I have my woman. I've very many to ask for, and the Yakuba, and the quarter for any artist.
Me de mo be kwa America bi on 10 because yes you America no and no be near person is you Ghana. Yes, forget it. When I said Trump here Republican not Republican. O ma chance so dey yours no. They come back. Yet Donald Trump work as
I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901, something, a lot of rallies. And it was sad. Everybody was sad. Many people, I said, this is our last rally. But now we're going on to something that's far more important, because the rallies were used for us to be put in this position where we can really help our country. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. Just as I did in my first term, we had a great first term, a great first term. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success will bring us together. I've seen that. I saw that in the first term when we became more and more successful. People started coming.
That's right. Eti America president o mayi no foforo owura Donald Trump na atene kan say already a motor ba ko no de be adwuma motor ni say me shebo wo say me di so ni motor de be adwuma no e na face wo dan na di say tumi na ne nsa aka no wo de ba be ya America ye bio America ba be ya man kase bio eno na dan ni so et ne sam no kan say wutie dwoma ama so ne sam a wo kan en sekakra wo. And you see, proud to Donald Trump, a winning Saturday. Kai say, I suffered my quo, and almost a good so ball, the sumpire. For picture to so near radio. His Excellency Donald Trump, and I suffered my hot war, and trying to wait here, or more airborne sumpire. Mr. Ye slide you through on SYZ, will be him say, yeah, ye through, aha, Medase, yeah, no, SYZ broadcasting, yeah, and ye, it is for ye, me, wow. You see what is happening? Me say, you see what is happening? There is a shift in the atmosphere. The realms are realigning. UK HRC, America twaso, Ghana next. Bibian we besi adie we ho kwan. America gajo wa bra mo ti dem a mo bopo mo hyehyɛ say ne ye nwura ha ye the strategy way and ye de bekwa akosɛi enkofo ma wo mo beto no. Me say wa bra wo bopo no nkofo na wo ne wo mo bopo no omo ana ya no mo sa ba henchen ene ye bedi nkomo o omo mpede mo ye no Ghana for 80% say baby o my Ghana de na ni akere no enye kwampa so Fitch Global Info Analytics research ahodo MPP mpo aye ni nyina da di pefe say ye to aba na His Excellency John Mahama ene bedi nkunim Mami Mountie John Dramani Mahama wabra na wodan na di wona kasa wodo won say eye Eastern Corridor no said the MPP apo o my dwen so momfo mani enko ho no majeje mu no wo so oba obesa de nani ahwe ho ahwe amempuntu akoso yentie President Mahama wabra na okasa asem tie no
Adamanko kwan so the way sia say eye Eastern Corridor me and I'm copy sika and you started free go shago a year kwan na bedru Damanko so you my contract first kind Chinese phobia and a yes ejubano it's say anka NDC na woswa anka ye better na na kasa anka on ka kwan asem if you say by now you use a kwan no ne catch a contractor and say all your main road no ye the town roads kwasa town roads ni be back home Ezu fofi antoata ene fi abamu eno na kwan na nwene ne se eda ho no ene meba mehu se ye the machine abeto so efie wotwe monya hohwe aka bosom ene fa ne se ye beto aba afa we hu MPP for ye the machine abeto so sa no motie all the machines baba beto so ye to abaye ya pam na ya beso machines no ko so Eastern Corridor Road Daisoma ye papa Professor Mills enyaye on the chassis me beje no I'm a bear president, and I'm a twasso. I need Juma El Kosuye. Enti, say, Nyame say, Nyame Adom, and this in a baby, say Jumano. Enti, Nana, Kawakuma to him. Walk Eastern Corridor Road, NDC Bar, a number 1 priority road. Yabesum,
and Adiaba also no to Wabra, President Mahama Echebo when in say, or no waka, and why you paying was the one was Sheba with this show. Say one to me now, one shall want to send an ad or Beshabo Bebe, all because we're to me. When you're to me, we are no one you pay, we are no jow. Nanado Bibia to say playboy. Nanado ni baumia. Omo man said you musi ebu mino eti obi opema pa. Obia what type ma. E ma pa for no sa no musu ban tie. Wono we ye your person ni we ye we no jao. No atete wakoma. And no bina and nanado ni baumia ayo my Ghana. And no me kai me say subio maintain nanado maintain baumia. Diomo yo mino and I am a see. Said ya won't watch no crano so ye a baako pe mommy and can you quite him na ye na no and I have no a no friend and tobacco as some way you frown to my day and cocoa and yet tibebe and less than 400 tons and I'm not cocoa bottle so barn or mobile bubble cap if you are there ya baba wawa cocoa a for you but you better turn your from near Kikan Samakas here near Shisha Bakas here. So when you are here within the agri sector, planting for food and jobs, Edian Human Diaba, Edian Yanan Diaba, Zionite Aba, Zionite for you to young call. Me say, when I met you only with you for you now, before say, Meshasiano, me Pesel Okai Jeremiah 29:14. Jeremiah 29:14. Obi antren to our Bible say Jeremiah 29:14. Or say, I will not disappoint you. I will not disappoint you. Declare Yahweh. Declares Yahweh. All that you have lost. All that you have lost. I will restore. I will restore. I will regather you from all the nations. I will regather you from all the nations. Where I have scattered you. Where I have scattered you. I will bring you back home. I will bring you back home. To the land. To the land. From which I exile you. From which I exiled you, yeah. Right? Yes. Now, can amplify version. I will say, I will be found by you, says the Lord, and I will restore your fortunes, and I will free you. Wow. And gather you from all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you, wow. Says the Lord. And driven, yeah. Banish. It did not Kasache Israel for exactly. Wabra no more Kwasum. Say, and Kwasuma near woman. Ah, Yame, Missing Yamio, or any bibia pepe near Womana, free from John Dramani Mahama. And Nayanum, Yatrufono, Ebe Tantro, Enum Calipo. 1 Ghana cities. Enum Calipo, 1 Ghana cities. Sabra once dying. Wow. And then, or Tonsa Calipo, Nama. 5 Ghana cities. Wow. This is the situation we are in now. Inflation. Untiasia. And then Calipo, 5 cities. Inflation is one America so to about. And no Namicha say, we Obema Nana Doni Baumia sa Twasu Bioma. Calipo no Ahina Eko Ebeko 10, 15. Wait, and your prophecy. That's right. Wait, Mr. Ghana for Yaria Rohum. A yam yario, a yaria you. Eyem ya na ohu de eyo ba we eyeni say enkoye baumia wabon onim bie oye adenti na obe free economy na odi akọ digitization I don't know say mo ntiase mo ka sa asem na mi say mo ntiase say economy ni kran push digitization mo adenti na ehye mu no oba no one kind digitization anche economy nko an okan okay enu na omo say sa anya atom any abeisem any intro any adada na ewo omoso no that is where you find it oba no o catch me say economy sa na efro after what media dey na ma we say FM digitalization adan economy ne share digital na say yeah that since when and economy share digital say but by true na say force digitalization doesn't come near to economy digitalization is under economy by your digital economy which one and yeah which one is the father economy or digital economy
we are also in digital economy.
Your
social economy, your digital economy, your night economy,
your blue economy,
exactly.
Your 24-hour economy.
So as I say,
it's economy name.
Exactly, that's the matter.
The money and no money.
Exactly. It's general culture me. You can't tell me what you are telling me. Sure, I'm a pa. Ajewi.
Tea bread.
5 Ghana cedis. Tea bread where are 50 pesos no. 5 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, you know. On my receipt.
O say.
Oh, yeah, my receipt. Mama share. Where you 5 cedis?
5 Ghana cedis.
That's one so your kind of credit. That's why I no credit.
Me tell you money higher.
Hey.
Any money higher 5 Ghana cedis. Money higher 5 Ghana cedis. Wow. 10 Ghana cedis.
Where they boyfriend?
10 Ghana cedis. 10 Ghana cedis.
Abrobe.
Ghana economy. 10 Ghana cedis. Ghana economy.
Peja boyfriend bio.
Ghana economy. 10 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
This is the state of the economy. Sure. And I probably me call magazine. Kumasi magazine.
Kumasi magazine.
Yes. Na me ni
where you are not there, see me the enemy. Enquire baby.
Battery, 250 cedis. John Dramani Mahat.
Wait, 250. Mahama time.
She says battery, 1,200 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
1,200 Ghana cedis. This is.
Now, what did to say?
Wait. Oh, now only okay because we're 17 plates.
17 plates.
Exactly. So it's okay. That's 880. And you'll say 12 volts, 75 AH. That's 20 HR. This is it.
It was 1,000 say.
1,200 Ghana cedis.
Mahama pensioner say
250 cedis.
Which year? 2015.
Yes.
2016 more no.
Unti inflation as here. This is inflation. Unti inflation as here. This 1 Ghana cedis. Now 5 Ghana. This is inflation. It's your kind inflation now. Enya bibia won so. The rate nyema bo ekosono. Enti aban bia obeba bia no. So say obi be ka say oh na mo ye we dodo. Na mama ba obeto so ana. So mama ba na want so a enya ade be free 5 cedis na ewo mu ni. Akọ 20 cedis.
When you calipo asema wo kan.
Yes.
A+ mu nyina de omo ho gi mu. Franklin Kudjo mu nyina de omo ho gi mu. And no and normally be no mo social media ni o. Say ye de calipo egu ye ni so.
Sure.
Ye de calipo Ricky Babo. And then Franklin Kudjo. Hey na be mu ebu. Ah Franklin dan na di say en sakraya nsem no. Ah Mahama e ka no. Eno na Ghana for dodo. Asom. Franklin Kudjo. Imani Africa. Wow. Calipo.
Sao calipo awu no na 1 Ghana cedis no ene 5 Ghana inflation ahe how many percent 500% increase.
Goodness.
Within 8 years na me say Ghana for abon kra kufo efri so oja dollar Ghana $1 to 2 cedis in 8 years of Mos and Mahama administration almost for 2 cedis equal 4 cedis. The inflation of that percentage was 200%.
Yeah.
Now, MPP, a free Baumia administration, a free 4 Ghana cedis. Now it is 17 Ghana cedis, 20 pesos. How many percentage? 1,200% increase. It is a unti inflation. Say unti amamo asa. This is a clear example of inflation. It is a you can't Ghana idea. People don't understand. Me say me call magazine, Kumasi magazine. Now call Kumasi magazine say see now home. The shops are empty.
Magazine.
The shops are empty.
Edientra.
Omu timi kraniema, omu timi yi omu niema no. Me say producers be show the magazine is empty. Port is empty. I'm not for to me in your port. Clearing agents are crying. Importers are crying.
Paperless na ye de buy na sa no money na enibu a obi.
Nobody call Jubilee in there. You can heard the number of containers on my be me cancel says call Jubilee in there. Now container on my be 50 year me married you subio.
Wow.
People are not able to clear their goods. Why? Mami can say me cho. Share battery. Many a first importer no edin komo. And maybe son say identity as a near boy I didn't say or say near homogeneous agu. It's not me percent me church me want for IT as because me I always want practicality. Me brofo me practical reasons why things are exactly are expensive.
Trump so buy any beer.
Me that say. Sure. So no auto 20-feet container. No auto $50,000. Now auto $50,000 new year or clear report 25,000 Ghana cedis. And then not any duty hiding utia. Now or the transport if Accra Kumasi na 2,200.
Wow.
Into uka we in Aboma $50,000 no. Tienio $50,000 no. Na 227,000 Ghana cedis. Because that dollar no 4 cedis. Into 50,000 by 4 22,700.
Yeah.
That is how much the dollar rate was. Now, or clear or you clear near 25,000 Ghana. And transport near 2,200. Okay, we in Alboma 56,800. And or the heading or the union and neto ni and the transportation and son of a ton. Until okay, we in Alboma. Sana na a yen is car. Na or the heading like what to what clear exactly. Until the judiciary inside Sikaway 56,800. Now, yamba back to our people because I have 56,000. Make a calculation each hour. 56,000. Oh yeah, 56,800 times 4. Every month, 227,200. It's in Libya or the 227,200. Now, see, I buy a was about Miada. So I didn't know $50,000, 20-feet container now $50,000. So I got $50,000 now. Night Muhammad no here 227,000 Ghana cedis. That's 2 billion. I don't know here. I got near my $50,000. So see I got $50,000 now. On here 850 million, which is on here 8 billion.
Wow. Can I 8 billion?
8 billion. I did now 2 billion. I got on see I on here 8 billion. Now they are talking.
Tinacha say level where you drew no.
Yes. So we have 8 billion or they are to know or yeah or the clear or 230,000 1.3 billion and Otua
Ghana in crisis.
Duty another 25,000. They say Otua 1.3 billion. Duty another air Titisika. I'm for better say ye no. That's 250 million. Sika that done about Ohian. They say Ohian 1.3 billion. No, they use now outside the transfer so Kumasi which are 4,400.
Now when the man here the besi
Abayafa.
Wow.
Waboka.
That's just waboka.
Exactly. Now we in we are see ano Ohian 100 billion which is let me say 984,400 Ghana cedis. Now what I now on here just 227,000. Or you in man just 227,000. 2 billion. Out the in man they say 10 billion.
So this is the reality.
That is the inflation we are talking about. Into South Chrome now or idea 250 no. Oh, tono 120,200.
Yeah. It is a job. Mahame Busa Baumia say. The inflation address na ne sa no
exactly
nie tie wo so yi anu nie
corruption amamo boni any too much borrowing abroad na John Dramani Mahama borrow $120 million now or the money no in that years no 8 years no
120 million
or the 780 no mako bobusia billion no mako bobusia and omudi buma so that will tell you and physical things I would say when why and no nama eka domi no and no nama say obia de ka me say obia business egu everyone who is successful businessman right now is a criminal. Every businessman that is successful is a criminal.
Well, criminal
because on Fakwan Paso you can't be on the right thing. You
this
is what you face.
Wow.
Obia will get 227,000 Ghana cedis. No, they say you need 984 10 billion, and you need it to do your business. About 2 billion and a year. The Ben now, where will you get this 8 billion from? No, where will you get this 8 billion from?
Okay, yeah, Baba come magic one. wabra ye den community no ene de na opese Ghana for hunu wabra wo bo asem we so
the me person Ghana for hunu say if you want someone better to manage your economy obi a waye bida don't forget Trump echoes him. You're saying it is a common call for a common sense.
That's right.
And he said one thing to us saying, promises made, promises kept. This is what the MPP government. This is what MPP government are lacking. All the promises that they have made has not been kept. One district, one factory, Yamutu.
But
one village, one dam, Yamutu.
Figures be
you see, say.
So go ahead government track.
Now so wada. Etuji wa. Okay, damana Baumia Echo teacher students here or say training allowances. What is the just smart young guy? Or say I have been here for how long days? I've never received a penny. Wow. Baumia no say only Bibiano or say, oh, really? Then I will go and check. Or true for Aquaketwa and I expose you.
Wow.
When sense is talking, false and crime all go away. That small girl no, was a divine person. My papa no say, why are you useless? Because it is common sense. Intro, you lie and lie. But one day, when the truth is out, you'll be like a child.
Material cano, businessman Zion.
They say the business community are crying. The business community are suffering. The business community are just not making it because there is one government on Chinese businesses no ejuma and a war madrimu. And yes, sir, anka ungu 256 banks in Ghana here. Baby na ankwa businesses in mamini ye papa mo amuye moja ejuma no. Baby and almost source of revenue, which is because business was sitting in a coin. And to say, I'll market now, baby, you are open your savings and loans. Where will you get loan? As a businessman, you can't use your own money. Until that bank crowd, no G, a tax loan. So a businessman, you rely on loan to just go and come. It is say a good 200 over 200 banks now. Where will you get loans? It's our system no more.
But I say, well, by what's here,
don't forget, this is 5 Ghana cedis. That is the true state of our economy.
Okay. And battery is every
1,200 Ghana cedis.
About 1,002.
Exactly.
Wow. Battery remain found.
Don't worry.
I was here, you caught your magic one. Now you know, I couldn't come. But answer no. Make out say, Mensakano, star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Saturday I want you to see about my munti, and I am at 2,000 Ghana cedis. Friday I am at 5,000. Yebi star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Dialysis here and answer back. Obre power graduate yanko magic one.
Kwame Sabre de emfa say aka bosome ba ko pepepe 31 days. Now my Ghana Echo no akokoto aba said the Sabre wo hwe America said the niema ko na ensesaye egusu a AC ewa America memu na UK di kan ye o msesaye da afie Ghana ensesaye eba enkrofo hwe nim ensesaye besi ana den ne beko anopai ye gina eye magic one ho na ensem bi a ekoso efa abato ensem ho ye ko yanim abato bi atwam de da ene 2024 abato ebeto no sign na ebetimi asifa akokwame eti ye ko magic one ho enenso ye hwe all the 16 regions average voting intentions ewo on my Ghana habada na ye be se da gina his excellency ye John Dramani Mahama ene Alhaji Baumia eso yie pa enti kwame ye nto aso ne ye hwe nsem a ewom ene na fe ye nto 2024 regional average voting intentions of all the 16 regions, you know, say and Isifa Koi. I have for Emma, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, 57%. Omoma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Alhaji, 36%. Asante region, Emma, John Dramani Mahama, 29%. Afe Omoma Alhaji Baumia, 63%. Bono Emma, John Dramani Mahama, 52%. Omoma Alhaji Baumia, 41%. Bono East, Emma, Alhaji, first John Dramani Mahama, 61%. After Omoma Alhaji Baumia 30%. Central region, Emma John Mahama 54%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 39%. Eastern region Emma John Dramani Mama 43. Omoma Alaji Bauma 49%. Greater Accra Ma John Dramani Mama 68%. And Omoma Alaji Baumia 22%. Northeast Emma John Dramani Mama 33%. And Omoma Alaji Bauma 5%. Afe Northern region Emma John Dramani Mama 58%. And Afe Omoma Alaji Baumia 40%. Oti region Emma John Dramani Mama 63%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 34%. Savannah Emma John Dramani Mama 68%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 26%. Upper East Emma John Dramani Mama 63%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 32%. Upper West Emma John Dramani Mama 68%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 29%. Voter region Emma John Dramani Mama 82%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 13%. Western region Emma John Dramani Mama 51%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 37%. Afe Western North Emma John Dramani Mama 50%. Omoma Alaji Baumia 42%. Current post and global info analytics. Wamo di abakwa yanto kwose ni yenhwe. Eti se wo hwe graph ye gusu ya na te se esa pepepe ahafo Ashanti ana o ma hyehyɛ ne sa pepepe John Dramani Mama de ena ye green no afa Alaji Baumia de ena ye blue no enti de ye keka wa kire ho no ana ye de aba graph yi so a ya project fefefe e de ama ahwefo nyina ene anopai kwa yanto kwose ni yenhwe 2024 voting intentions by numbers. Se Kwame Ohwe de was here in the year 2024. Se global info analysis. So say omo gina ehwehwemu omaye surveys omaye in all the 16 regions are. Nipa ebetimi ato aba afie nyina no ana Kwame ewa ha no. No omo hwe mu no in the year 2024 se Ghana for to aba na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebenya 7,717,756. I know betimi around 53.1%. After Alaji Baumia benya 5,704,704 and 105 votes. I know betimi around 39.3%. After Alan Chematin ebenya 310,840 votes. I know ebetimi around 2.1%. And after Nana Kwame Bediako ebenya 718,085 votes. I know be man 4.9%. Now after other political parties in Yano, yeah the omo votes ni bomu a ebeye 76,116. I know be man 0.5%. Kwa na just say global info analysis for omo hwehwemu omo polls some surveys omo after all the 16 regions in Ghana. Na sapepepe ene besi 2024 elections in the ana still His Excellency John Dramani Mahama gusua Ghana for enye gidie ene ani da so kase wo mu sa fie on betimi asande tumi no ahye ne nsa nti wei ane ye de beso metie for ne ahwefo nyina wo Dwabo Ase tonton sansan dwumadi so anope Kwame
me da say obrempon say what dia come magic wo no ho na what die na dia me hunu se dia manfo asi ayo madwen so mbeto e dia ma change on beto no boom ehwamia ahodo na ma fodwen so o dia kan pipi afa ho nyina adani green and green jira ma nkwa me say green jira ho ma dia nkwa wa joma ma nsem ni mu what dia make no eto omo ya obo so no omo de atwetwe asede sede no omo de tata nsem no sede be betwe wadwe afiri so ba wa nyina ye nhyehyɛ pa joma ma da e de ba e be bo man Ghana and the inflation across America for Gina so at Wetia Kamala Harris, one in Joe Biden, and the Democrats no. Oma Pamomo and Oma Kofa Donald Trump as Naba. Fisa then 6 a year. What dying the did the tray, you know. Pomunim any pass and no be America dear free Sikasam or how any man you know. John Mahama Kasa be wasuneti and your tonto Sazana to a pa. She
a man ya maya. Ayo enyo yaya ne wom ya paso bia ba Dwabo Ase bi na asem ya wo ya mu oka na me man ye kunsum yemfa mu mai motrobodo yemfa mu mai mosempa
Ana ubusa zamete di obo kana say. Me de abeti ade John Mahama. E Fulani kasa e no mo de e to nwom no. Oh my goodness, I love the song. The Fulani community is for John Dramani Mahama. E kwa wodo. Abesu omugina yesa sabre ayekwa akoto aba. Omatu edi John Mahama echi. Okwa the United States of America. Businessmen nyina betu di Donald Trump echi. A Christopher betu di nechi. Yeah. Sabia aso na akoso wo memu ha. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The wind of change is blowing. Because of our messages in the brow or Facebook or a power 979 and a TVXYZ Ghana. Chairman of Oswego, the digital chairman, Babia will be a channel pay. Bibiaba Cordia, digital chairman. Chairman, mind is a man you could war. A wood to senya is in Peswaso. That's him anymore. Asek. A wood. Uncle Caswada. Uncle Caswada. Ha!
Oh, say Ghana baby.
Haram. What go? Hey!
Oh, I feel I'm a call.
Miss Yafim. I was saying me. Hey!
My call I'm a woman to tell.
They tell me. I want to say ya is in Peswaso. I want a castle. I want about the digital chairman of Oswegari. Yamana Channel Pay. Boy, Ashanti region for NDC. Greater Accra for NDC. Voter region for NDC. Oti region for NDC. Oti from Mane Bono a serious one.
No shit.
Oh, Doma Yano Puba Berejo Mama. Ebetiense. And yet drama be no more.
Impo crasa dea sacran.
Yes.
Not one more.
Watching
you air channel. Easy.
Nano President Mahama kwa TV mantem. Hwena probono. Hwede we ana manfo awiata so. Obi apeso ohunu no. Oh.
Ajenkwa.
Me gidi se te se de nano okọ Kumasi esi ye no. Me gidi se so sa akọ Kumasi ne. Enye sisifia dom yi bi ne ebehu. Me se John Mahama kwa Ashanti region ne.
Ne ya.
Enye sisifia edom yi bi ne ebehu. Eche bibi. One thing. Masa Ghana for bread.
Ghana bro.
Hwe ayi ene enkwara yi esa akọ suku yi. Prospectosi. Hwe sika awofo hwehwe. Ede abeto no.
Ya pa, ye say free. Enso so no. Ade no nka ye tua akakora nka
ye 8,000.
Ye say free SHSO. Enso niema ahofo ne beto tobe wie ne ka wo mo abo no. Enya sem ketewa. Me baka ho. Enya ize kwa me. Kwa me nya ize o. Me de toto me ma penso bra na NDC na wo so. Ma penso me ko SS na NDC na wo so. Na tia ban mu. Me de toto ho a na chese na me de ne kra ye easy.
Wow.
Na ewo form ampa ne kra na me kan.
Sabra no so na wo tua fees.
Na me tua fees. Enso so no na enne kaya ya boy. Ede toto sabre ne ho a na chese ne de ne wo soro.
And imagine akoda wadi mfie dumiensa. Na enkraha no ti o. Ye de na akoto suku bi ewo Kumasi Adas Adventist Day Secondary School. I think say Hona Mugabe coin no. Adas. Na ye de akoda akoto sa suku mu ho. Ye se akoda no obeko day no okọ. Woni abusuani bia wo Kumasi ho. Eti awofo no ye o madwen say yenko han dan ma akoda no. Why na be hwa abofra no?
Why na be hwe no?
Why na be tenetene no? Oh, the omodi aba.
Se niam chese ayaba sa.
Se be Ghana fo nyina jejereje.
Nyina ye jejereje. Can say education. Yeah, second cycle SHS no. Aye basa like hu na ni so. Enkwala ebitimi ko na obi betimi atena fie bosome miensa. Obi a okọ school no. Na akwala no obi a na adwene nhye da nya fast na wamfa na nkọ bia classes anansi bibia tesa na ebekọ wieche no. Obekọ school na bewie nso no wabon no oni mo hwe
obewia kosuapon owie suapon obeye adwuma obeye dokota obeye chirechire ni yei
Kwame eyare wosemo free SHS na dia abesa niema e wose wontutu ni yie enti na yere ama so obeye review beye ni yie onka so obetwa mo
woye ni yie
oso woye ni yie ade ne ye ni yie be bua ye nyina ade enti na ode ahopepere keka niema bosoma niema ye basasa ha dwene Kwame
atuja no pay akoso akwa ba bio
mejo so kwa say ade no etete me usa ade bi koso na nye na yesi yensesa no ya na eya na eya
especially wo kana wo fam wunim say oni akona wo kasa atia no ono so fam bi pa o enso why no se say de wo hu ye and wo defending nkofo na omo say
ade no
o say eno eya na eya pa
enokra ho amoma yenka yesetwene ani da ho a yemonchen yenka nokre eno na edi enyam o man Ghana yesan akoyechi no ade ne yetutu ne ye ne ye de tu ya ye nyina ye benya so mfa so
wani twa kete pa o se agrobe
ni
toji wa Daily Post say
yo na Daily Post animu ha ena no pay wode won nyamfo John Dramani Mahama fo ni abeto na Yera Mahama say Kwame Dumso asamba o se Dumso is back na kamie se MPP aban no wo mo pese o mbeka no kra kire Ghana fo ese Dumso aba esan se wenu hwe de ekoye nka so mo ye timetable na mo ka se Dumso na aba ntia bia ne bro no so ha mo beda sumu echina hafo benya nkane a se ne nkane bi na ekoso no na nkama timetable no na tumi aboa na so esan atrodie ne na dansem a wo madada Ghana fo achenti no chese wo mo mpese wo mbeka no kra kire Ghana fo se dum so na aba ene kakra na technical hitches na aba ene fa ngosi ni nyina so no wo kire mu a dum so na eka MPP amanyoko no abrogu ho no energy sector ho no yewra mahama eka Kwame wo kire mu se anu oden na se NDC amanyoko ne ba sa aka no womo na eba besua womo o ya chese womo eba be ye fi ho a anu odene na chese emu oduru $2 billion US dollars eneka ya MPP amanyokuo womo progu honom a womo di beja hako e de ma be ye oman Ghana America
ye na adwen se oba beboa ya me de sika be hye ye nyinam ekania etibia nimu Baumia eye wild ebe broko sa chance no wudi ko fa so eye ensiachi ba na nko se dwumakuo ne de kire no obesese mu mo kofa ensiachi ba hata bia ye friend insurance guarantee eno mu gina so de be bu o my Ghana na kodwo opon kroma ne ayi pitamawu ene nam TV so esu Ghana for yabu ye Baumia na kofa bai yenkwai
eno no na obasi hanso a wanya for Johnson ase dun katia Daily Post ase ha oda ha na osi asante foi mama MPP fo adada macho ene hoye World Bank o asante mamu de ye diem enti se mato aba ma MPP ato mo ba mumisa mo ho se mpuntu ben ene MPP fo mo de abremo mpuntu be pa etu ose mo nsesa mo nsa afi no mo nsesa no
o ye ba sesa no
ai
General Minkah sawai ye nimpa ye ba sesa no I free 2017 and on the show mo budget we say o mo be so am interchange and na ye de nzane na mo ye ba sesa
na GFP sensem no Kwame eno so Daily Post e de aba ya sabre no wo de abrantie fe Philip Kwabena Ajiman
aka
Roman Father
ye filu dada
ni phone da kreta ni ma fe
flag bearer for
GFP ai umpo wada ha ai wotre se nrada wiabremu o mako file om nomination no kama na oba soro ha sa na krata na chese de ekosu nyina ya enra wo organizer de letter ba ye esia GFP atwe ho afiri abato nim nyina no MPP fo na techire sa na Daily Post wo ka ena no pa ya wo ba mane se MPP fo na techire pesa om ya ena ballot paper na so position no on pesa om ya sesa yewra mahama every number 8 ho number ne kwase number 7 yo so am de ne ko hin
from why na ye na adwenso akoto abama number
chese
ye kwa tinye ne ye ko hwehwe ato
tinye ne ye hwehwe tinye ene ye hwehwe
ena 8 no so mahama je dada wo jio wanjio waje dada
sa de na ha
o se ne botom beje
ha o no mo nka some see breaking the 8 na waje 8
waje
nti o mo ho yira wo mo o mo ho hyehye wo mo
na o be fa party ngitu aso abewe
nti Daily Post de o de buy no ye ko the Herald Democrat no ebo na enu anu no ye ma me kuadonko party de asisi mu no ye di kan ka ho sam dada na wo ba ye ase ha so Speaker of Parliament on munyafo Alban so mana Kingsford bagbe ne say centrofo ba be di ahyiamu sam dodo no
no mienu awiabre mu ya
ai ensam dodo na ho a kire se wo de ba betu dwanti ye nyina ye wo twen ye mu a ye hwe animu ye ramahama nsam wo kafa dum so ho no the Herald Democrat no eno so wo de aba ene anopai ye nto aso na Ghanaian Times Democrat no wo hwe animu ha se ya kolosake fo kire se wo mo be cost strike nyame adom e kine ya na nso so no penifo de abetu dwa Fair Wages and Salaries Commission wo mo kire se wo mo sere wo mo pon ma chaw pa wo mo strike ne de be ya wo mo ntwentwen
so clock say wo mo mpe Fair Wages for assembly atie
wo mo so wo mo ntwentwen so ye ra Benjamin Afa wo ne panikwanhwe for da Fair Wages ano no kire se wo mo guso wo mo tu ho anya se wo mo ntu ho anamo to ndi wo mo de agu akwa mu dada nti wo be sere se wo mo ebeto wo mbo ase ye ra mahama say se wo ye mampanyina betena banwa so a na wo tete mantem foforo new regions eka yen dada ne ho a e wo se regions for na watete no wodi mpuntu oba ho wo se MPP ba ye omtete mantem ahodo bebre oti mantem eka ho nanso ye ka mpuntu a ebi ni ho eno ano so se mantem wote ye no ano no wagya o magu o munya den o mbe den o matimi atumpon e wo mpuntu enti wo so oba mantem afoforo na yatete ni nyina obia benya ne so ne de mpuntu no regional hospitals police headquarters ahodo no de keka ho eni nyina stadiums ahodo mbebobo so ni nyina wa mu ebenya ho nsem na no otimante ba pro board enam no wo de ekoto edwa wo ho no konkoko a sports stadium no Kwame ara ho sem o me say wo ma betutu agusi wo ma ba beje enne ayete he since 2020 mu ayeto enkane ne nkoko sports omo hye ho bo wow ye mra hye bedwafo na omo pre wo ho MPP fo no ene ba akoko tutuguyi eso ye beye MPP ye beye ene ye ne me say bi kura de fan ye fu nkoko sports stadium no
already
na ofa daily graphic enso amedi wie ye Rasam Jonah one na nimfoni eda ha say we renowned Ghanaian businessman wa bob pa wo business mu na wa kire say ye hiansa kire ye wo ye nwomasuam reforms ye nye wo education mu nkwada na ikosugu a wo be nwoma bebre ne bokwada yachi ede enkoa no ye nsua niema o betimi anya nimdie nsanu adwuma bi wo mu a ebekọ wie che obewie sukuu no no anya bibi foforo a o babeye ede aka ho nti ono so nsem a wode abeto dwama mpanya kufu ado kire say ye rule of law no ye nhwe na ye nsom yie na
asaja say
na ye mo ho bai ode ato Ghana a lawyer for say public lawyers ye wo mem say rule of law no wo say edi him wo say ye supreme ya che say ye kuram yie
rule of law no de batwi ma che say obia enso embro Ghana mraso na no Ghana fo bi hwiro mo nkwa na abato no no mo hwe obo giro mo twen abato ni nsusu aso amanfo mo sho man no asrafo ntade tututu akodom ni mu ma nipa nwatwehwiro mo nkwa besi ne omo di sa bone no emra ne ni omu ndi eti se ne nanado beka se rule of law no yenhye kina mi busa ne se wo pa che se wo abra me de me se kire de si wo techima south
Nsem no Kwame ma memfa graphic ni ensi
enye no
yemfa ni nyina ensi
me da was
amehia me krom kwawo obo asase aban
ye
dai ai mechia me ma me nana buadua mechia ne pa wo nkoko
ojo so a
ani abusuafo ni nyina
yo nana buadua ye cha no pay star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash the word does so any aji Mommy shouldn't went to America. What did the John Mahama t-shirt? What did the John Mahama t-shirt? But releasing you on the anyway. The salam to Mejano pay. Message was say a very, very special happy birthday. Going out to one person who means a lot to me in this world. I said, darling, you mean the world to me. I love you to the moon and back. I take your birthday as an opportunity to thank you for all the care and love you have bestowed upon me. With your true love, I don't need anything else to make me happy. I am grateful that you came into this world and became my companion. Happy birthday to you, my love. Reverend Dr. Richard Ohene Abasa, we are founder and leader, Emma Believers Outreach Ministries. Where a message from free Hokani, Reverend Mrs. Gifty Ohene Abasa. Also, what Danyamia says, Nyame, Ankasa Pe woman, we are Chadia Srunkomano, and now I would Yamin Shaw when you can say, also the crowd and say, what catch us, what door, papa. It was halfway. Reverend Dr. Richard Ohene Abasa, founder and leader of Believers Outreach Ministries. Your wife, Reverend Mrs. Gift, Ohene Abasa, I will show happy birthday. ɔdɔ no mu asɔ ate saa star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash what do I hear? What trend here? 2,000 CDC here. What dia? Brabeji anɔpa yi. Said the Sakram from us, boy. I was a Sakram from an Ebibo or bottom. Was a Bibo or Boswom. A star 274 hash. Mensaka promo ne koso. About 9:45 for your bed draw no. Not your bedding kunimino. Your bubble bonnet number and then a becassa. But many one may yen is here. But you be said about a number no. About Jeff enough. A star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Dialysis here, mamma. But what about dialing because let's talk educational consultant to be a come, madam. Time bomb in China. Yanina didn't come up. For radio show. But Mamma share what TV so make house. Faubano Courses here. Now your man on Tetiason. Look, you're going to end the Green Montessori so identity as no come out. Bano. You be a bofrana dream. You are Kukodro Shenimu. What did you make us say? You Buama bofrana te. A Riasi or Womi Yase. Yeah. Adebia what you see the Nisubiano. At church for name and Pedifo one let's talk education consult. Eba Buama abofrana Niswadi Huna Bem. She said, "Woman, Kwarani Kasa." Oh, when you bet Madam Time Bomb Baby, you watch it. I shall match up with Teshin in West State, Mango Street, from 0249 069 821 0249 069 821. Let's talk education consult. Also building the future through children. Yeah, die and one by what TV SYZ you buy it to uncommon so Menko baby.
Churches, the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, and the Office of the National Chief Imam for granting me the honor to attend this organization and speak on a subject that is central to both our faith and our shared responsibility, and that is the subject of peace. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, having had the privilege and opportunity to serve our nation in many capacities, including the High Office of President, I've always held peace as a guiding principle for my work and as a principle for guaranteeing prosperity and progress. As we approach the 2024 elections, I'm present here with that same unwavering commitment that has served me well over the years. Apostle Chairman, my Christian fathers and mothers, our Muslim brothers and sisters, I, John Dramani Mahama, stand here today before you and before the Almighty God to reaffirm my commitment and that of the National Democratic Congress to uphold peace before, during, and after the upcoming elections on November 2024. And as has been quoted here already, Matthew 5, verse 9 teaches us that blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. This verse is not only for our Sunday church services. It calls for us to protect the gift of peace for our children and future generations yet unborn. Today, more than ever before, we need the church and the faith-based organizations, the peacemakers, to stand as vigilant protectors of our democracy and ensuring that Ghana remains a beacon of peace and stability. Ladies and gentlemen, peace is a precious gift from God, and yet it is also very fragile and needs to be nurtured, protected, and actively sustained. We're grateful for the peace we have enjoyed as a country since we gained independence in 1957. But as God's children, we must work continuously to preserve it, especially in periods such as the upcoming elections. Apostle Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, many of us remember the tragic events of the 2020 elections, where 8 innocent Ghanaians, some of them just teenagers, lost their lives. These were our citizens with families and dreams for the future. This violence was unprecedented in our democratic history. And yet it happened, reminding us that peace can be a very fragile commodity and must never be taken for granted. The seeds of the 2020 violence were sown in the events of the Ayawaso West Wagomba election, where state-sponsored thugs dressed in police uniforms assaulted a member of parliament who is here with us today and fired gunshots, injuring and maiming several unarmed and innocent people. Despite a commission of inquiries report, the perpetrators continue to walk free. Such actions breed impunity. Clearly, Ayawaso West Wagomba was a dress rehearsal for 2020. It was therefore not surprising that 8 of our citizens were gunned down in that election. My Christian brethren, the Muslim Ummah, we cannot afford to turn a blind eye to such troubling events. Recently, attacks on NDC youth who were having a peaceful health walk by armed individuals aligned with the ruling party without any provocation or consequences. These further warn us to remain vigilant about protecting our peace during the upcoming elections. My brothers and sisters, the call for peace transcends any one party or its leader. It is about the very survival of Ghana's democracy and the sanctity of our electoral process. Each of us has a role to play in this. Our clergy, like all citizens, should be able to witness voting and counting peacefully without fear of violence. If someone errs or is disruptive during the election, they should be made to face justice. The government has a responsibility to hold accountable any criminals during the elections as state security operatives. No weapons must be allowed in or around any polling stations, including at all collation centers. Election security is the primary responsibility of the Ghana Police Service under the Inspector General There must therefore be no deployment of the military or armed national security operatives at any polling station or collation center. The Election Commission must be impartial, and the judiciary must be fair and neutral in the event of any election disputes. Justice is a necessary imperative for peace. And I note the caution of the National Security Minister, Kandapa, who a while ago cautioned that a loss of trust in the justice system can lead to people taking matters into their own hands. And we already see signs of this. An upsurge and an increased tendency for people to pronounce cases, portion at the least provocation, legitimate remedies. This is a sobering reflection of the state of trust in our democracy and our system of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, we can learn from places like Sri Lanka, Nigeria, and Kenya, where social unrest forced governments to listen to the people's demands. The Kenyan government responded with swift reforms. In Ghana, severe economic hardship, rising unemployment, and deep-seated corruption could lead us down a similar path if we do not act swiftly and wisely. In the NDC, we're not only calling for peace, but are committed to building a peaceful and prosperous Ghana. Our 2024 Resetting Ghana Manifesto envisions a nation with a 24-hour economy that benefits all, a special development bank aimed at women's empowerment and shared prosperity. But none of these beautiful ideas can be achieved without peace. None of these beautiful ideas can be achieved without peace. We therefore have a strong stake in maintaining the peace of Ghana. Let us work together for a peaceful Ghana that fosters progress and happiness for every citizen. The militarization of our elections must end. In respect to the pre-election peace accord, we will be making an official proposal to the National Peace Council to expand the signatories to the Peace Pact to include other important stakeholders in our elections. We believe that this will bind other important institutions to play a role for a peaceful election. It is our hope that this will make the pact a more binding commitment to peace, and not just a ceremonial piece of paper without any meaning. We have lived in peace and coexisted as various religions in Ghana. This election has nothing to do with our religious persuasions. We're not looking for an imam to lead Friday congregational prayers. We're not looking for an apostle to lead Sunday church service. We're looking for the right expertise to lead our nation and make our nation better. Therefore, it is not a football penalty without a goalkeeper for any religion. It is a penalty for all the people of Ghana to score. I suspended my campaign in the northern region today and had to arrange for a private charter flight from Tamale to be able to attend this program. I am therefore extremely disappointed that both the President and the Vice President did not consider this program important enough to grace it with their physical presence. They, more than any person, bear a heavy responsibility They, more than any person, bear a heavy responsibility for the peace of our nation. It is important, therefore, for them to have prioritized this event. There is wisdom in the saying, a stitch in time saves nine. Many conflicts worldwide began when people ignored injustices, until the oppressed felt forced to respond. While I am and will remain a man of peace, I urge everyone to stay vigilant and to stand for justice. As Romans 12:18 says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. I call on you, the church, to be vigilant, to pray, counsel, and intervene whenever tensions rise. My fathers in the Lord, I call for a stitch in time to truly save 9. And remember that peace is not attained just by prayer. It is a responsibility for all of us. We do not want our citizens to be refugees in anybody's country. And so we have to work to make sure that our citizens are safe in their own country. We know we will be judged not by words alone, but by our actions and our deeds. And so for me, John Dramani Mahama, peace was my guide as president, and by the grace of God, it remains my compass today. Alongside my vice presidential candidate, Professor Nana Jenopopo-Agyemang, we humbly ask for your prayers, your vigilance, and your unwavering commitment to peace and justice. May God bless us all. May God bless our beloved Ghana and grant us a peaceful election. Thank you very much.
Franco. What TV advisor to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nano Asumdwe and once a man di to Gano and on Nana Eddie Achamo. For Power FM, Yene Madam Time Mama didn't come away. Well, it should be your mind, but Tenassi, I don't know. Benne Osman Abdullahi Ayarega. For your Medanimini, 9 years was also the certificate back will be a one deputy national youth organizer NDC Amanyo Kono. Edia de na NDC ne baba ye edia ye o my Ghana ye bio. Was so reset Ghana as a trend say. Was resetting Ghana ni muno enyuma beba. Kwa be so. Was resetting Ghana ni muno so ye be hu amamwo pa. Eno so ne de. Was abra Ghana da manie muno. When you anu adra ye hia na. Osman Ayarega Waha Esquire HB Abatenenka star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash star 274 hash. What do I hear the dial in the trap? Sika way I hear them and I would 2,000 cities and I'm a percent near Wobenya 2K no. When you be a 1 trebida or be a 1 trebida matching or be a 1 trebida ne I was say Yawoda a star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Dialing the track. I am in Zaka promo no. And the 2,000 cities any adema. Capacity more. And one day I would ya. Cause run the track. Star 274 hash. Nani in a Monamic Solak Natural Clinic. Or you done it in a quality first. A year I had a share. I had a sapapa. Any adema man sign. Bromon China. Say your kidney diseases. Liver problems, fertility problems, edema, but Solak Natural Clinic. Yadia ini sa tibia we nyina no ya wadokota fo ma ben omo nimdie omo experience ombedi yadia we hu nyina hu dwuma ma o. For Solak Natural Clinic was 055 393 2631 055 393 2631. Solak Natural Clinic. Also quality first. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. America for Sakofa. Ediana Ghana ye. Oswana Yaragaba Mateninka. Yabateninka was Uncle Monimu. I think the bear first year Babusano. The America for ye and Webina. Watch any say Ghana Bayana. Ebane say na America fonse mi ene Ghana fonse mi eye din say ebia Osman Ayarega won chechemu sununkum ya whatever my Obaterenka wa deputy national youth organizer Emma NDC amanyoko no anapa hunu ne hunu bia osa Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic Oma ba magana fo nyina bi body ni bi Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic common China omo Roman Rich omo ne Indian High Commission no ena dia ni mu hwe yade bi tise diabetes wachi no mpe wonsam liver and kidney problems akuma yade stroke fani nyina bra Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic edini bio Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic ya bromo chai omo numbers ni nie from sisi o fra se wotu omo nka Power FM wotu omo nka TV XYZ na nie dia wo fra ne se Kwame Minkah se akuma yade na wo ba ho bena no akuma yade na wudi chini no o mbeti ba yi afiri so diabetes na edi wunya no o mbeti ba tenete liver and kidney problems no o mbeti ba ya omwa from 0546450672 and 0556121863 waya adwa free Dwada kosi kwasiada Dwada kosi fiada anapa 8:30 kosi ewia nwumremo 4:30 p.m. and Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic etenase mimi ndane kwasiada anopa na otwimpa mu kosi ewia bremu no mienu and Roman Rich traditional Chinese clinic etenase yeni nkomo we ansa na yede Osman Ayarega aba nkomo ne Dr. Jonathan Asante Otre senior political analyst wasanso lecturer at University of Cape Coast yankwa omano so na yene ni nkomo emfa Donald Trump nkunimi a wadie America abatoɔ no enoma edan ni ho de enoma edibu aya ami abedu baabi a yaduru ya Donald Trump edi nkunim dog ye mo agye mo akɔ aba ya bɔkɔ de yame na daruma America fo asa akɔfo na Donald Trump na edi nkunim na wote na no disem wabra na woni America fo kasa wo kasa on de wo shobo a wodi so no de be ni moto wabra wo san ba be ye adwuma ɛdeɛn na di bua no man kunim de yi baaye won susuyem
I'm saying, Mammy, here with you for me, washer for you now, and I say, I'm saying, one of your sister stations that we come on is 7 p.m. I'm saying, Angel 4. Now, before your baby, Dr. Tarsan, how you could decide 1 year shot, if you say, obey me. I'm so beyond to me and can you bet me in your panel, but I predict some guys that Donald Trump will win the election.
Yeah.
Come to be. And then, now, what are these? These illegal immigrants are called my enemy. I'm called my enemy, so I'm going to eat some money. But I don't want to complain about that.
Yeah.
It also means the economy. Now, we should know this post-COVID management of the economy. They were not able to manage, and they were not sincere with the people, relative to the issue of COVID.
COVID, yeah.
You know, that post-COVID management has not been good, and it has really affected the economy. 3, when it comes to foreign policy,
yeah,
and the economy, your prime Donald Trump, before bringing he's going to bring American jobs back to America.
That's right.
And I told him, and when he won the election, America had the lowest unemployment rate for almost 60 years ago. It was because he's going to treat America as a business entity. On CSA, for example, NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the U.S., any the West, any other Eastern countries over the period. Every now and then, no more to war, Russia, in terms of threat, or by most in America. And then the moment to us America, Chinese car. No, it cannot be. They are ready to spend. But you must one European country, no one can that. So every now and then, America is
yeah.
Or say, or bad, 24 hours, the war against will stop.
Mm-hmm.
Then CNN say, oh, it means there's going to cut a bad deal for Ukraine. Why do you say so?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you also say, he can talk to Britain to put an end to it? He can equally tell him that hands off, let us sit down and solve the problem.
Mm.
The problem would have solved. Why are you not saying it from that angle? Yes, and you may not agree with him.
Mm.
That is his style. And sometimes very unpresidential. But we are talking about someone who is a realist. He says it as it should be, without using any euphemistic language.
Yeah.
But the two groups are not quite very unpresidential. Mm-hmm. But imagine, in an elections where Kamala Harris had the support of Obama, had the support of Biden,
Bill Clinton,
the teenage wife, Clinton himself, the teenage wife, and all these. What has happened? What has happened? He's going to win. So these are the issues. And none of them on the panel, can say, well, so CNN has always been biased towards Trump.
Yeah.
I got to know of that. And unfortunately for us, in our part of the world, you don't want to CNN in your share. Fox and others, so that we can balance it. Because I always say CNN has an agenda. And Usha Paul and Polia was close neck to neck, and they are giving Kamala Harris 49 and Trump 46.
That's
what
right.
has happened? It is because they are becrowded by their own distance against Trump. And here is it that is won again. Trump also had sympathy vote. You see, as a special attempt on him twice, he escaped. So people would ask themselves, and then this judicial, attempt at tackling in using the judicial process, and a sympathy vote. Like I said, no so many sympathy vote. A similar thing happened at Aston North. When I fast, yeah, the foreign.
Yeah.
And I said that it's going to get sympathy vote. And the citizens over the electorate over there will show them where power lies. And exactly that is what happened. So, as I predicted, look, the world is now in a changing trajectory. And as I said, management of post-COVID, I said that a new papa. But I said that the rhetoric was too much.
Yeah.
Until who the SC or UK.
Yeah. If you are winning
landslide.
Yeah.
Against conservatives. Landslide. Apart from the player, Labour leader too conservative. How many years ago? If not more than 20 years.
That's right.
But see what has happened. Lula da Silva, she didn't go to prison in Brazil. Has he not won again? It is because when you go on a promising tangent and they give you the authority, people expect more from you. So if you disappoint them, they'll vote massively against you.
Now, similarities when you bet to draw. I mean, as far as on my Ghana you're concerned, and normally when you see America, a set near ye femu sabre, na say tisa, so so ben benya wabatono.
I have said that I know very well that NDC and MPP no be a chance. Ever say no one can say, and then a call this issue of a former president coming. MPP I listened to and I was this morning, blah blah blah, because it doesn't favor you. But it is a very hard extrapolation to say what the American way back to trade the end. Look, this is a country where you have people who are more hungry than those who are feeding or who are getting fed.
Very true.
And your demography is the factors now. They are by far way apart from each other. Our economy is in a state of despair. Now, there are four main things. There are four main indicators, macroeconomic indicators. that will influence how people vote. Every human being is a rational human being, whether or go school and go school, rational. But rational. Two, Aristotle may have yes, about universal. What the circumstances are similar. Human beings, as they will act in a similar way, irrespective of geographical location or position. They will act. So if the economy in America, Americans felt the economy in and for which reason they feel that this man managed it well, they cannot continue with the Biden administration, which of course Kamala Harris is coming. They will not continue on that tangent. They're going to change direction. That's what they have done. These are the four indicators. One, inflation.
Yeah.
Inflation at the same time, inflation. The social say, and yes, you put away your bottom 10. I mean, we spend more. Now, show what is the essence of planting for food and jobs? One district, village, one down.
One village, one down.
Yeah. And so some sort of make food available. Be able to plant all year round throughout the season.
Yeah.
What is the state? In terms of inflation, food inflation is the highest. The basket, calculation. So the government has failed in that area. And inflation affects everybody in this country. It is not community-based. Inflation affecting transport offer, but you are more. Inflation affecting water, but you are more. So your cost of living has gone high. So it will determine how you. Two, interest rate at the bank. Interest rate at the bank. The private entities no more than what you need after economy by employing more and what investing. You have a situation where government is overcrowding these private entities and is borrowing more than the private. What is the correlation here? I mean, and our unemployment rate is raising from 8.3 or 14.7.
14.7.
That's the correlation. Because the engine of growth is the private sector.
That's right.
It's the private sector and your assets because of interest rate that is so higher. How would the economy expand? And in joblessness, hey, the city to the dollar. The city to the dollar. And we have not been able to connect well. And you know, say, more import than export driven. So with that, our cost of living is going to go high. And into your next, so petrol, I could do 76 there. It is because you are importing using more cities to get less dollars. To import the same quantity of product. What do? You have to increase price. What happens? Cost of living will go high. 4, debt to GDP ratio. Bank of Ghana, World Bank or so, it will end the year around 83 or 82%. Say 83, what does that? It means the government is just saying, it is just left with 17%. I'll bet in the to do 17%. What can it do? So you see, say, infrastructure development will be lacking in terms of roads, schools, new hospitals. What they are saying, investing in the people and other things. These things will come very low because your fiscal way, space, are very tight. Everything, what do? You have to borrow money. So, how do you go and borrow? You have been taken off the Eurobond here. Government cannot do things like that. These are the 4 major ways that driving the people to vote against the current government. Because all of these indicators, they are in the negative. Then 2 main other things, Galamsey and LGP. Galamsey no a existential problem.
Yeah.
People will ascend the rule government. Now, so my team as a president, under your presidency, President Akuma don't talk about it. What my licenses over 1,500 and something. It is someone say, as I said, buying, and as uncle for a couple to I'll all these kinds of licenses. Yamfan say Nipa Bakupiano, Okita 5 excavators, assassin time. So you yourself, you are complicit in the fight against calamity. For that, in direction. That is 5. 6, LGBTQ, who share the nature of it and where it has gotten to. It affects our value system. Trump is a conservative. They believe in the value system of America. So these things affect the values. In the show, your new syllables are a deba. The value system, because we want to build the future leaders with values. Becoming a lawyer is not good enough. You must have those kinds of training, virtues that will guide your practice as a lawyer, that will guide your practice as a doctor. So there is a good reason why our value system should be destroyed. 6, and probably finally, accountability. Yeah. Now, for barometer, Ghanaians are part the one they want to vote for is someone with good character and trustworthy. You compare Mr. Mahama and Dr. Baumia, which one do you think Ghanaians believe is trustworthy? The kinds of things that Baumia has said in the past and what has transpired in his government, it goes against him. That is why time without number of said our credibility crisis. And we still not fair for debate. A quite be a more fast one, so Mr. Pretty near for quite this one, certain Mr. Mahama. But they're writing between the lines and they felt that there is no need for that particular thing. Accountability. Can Dr. Baumia tell us PDS or Bishop? Abraya so Obetina catches the SML Biria over here, anyway, Obetina Shim Yamay. Most contaminated Obetina Shim. Look at the listless number or the list of scandals that have been gone. See up the partners and Obetina Shim, maybe ye at their trade. So if Ghanaians cannot get accountability from that angle, then definitely there will be a change in direction. They will definitely want a change in direction. And finally, America will slightly influence, but I don't believe in that wild extrapolation.
No, but point is as a some edins because look, America forgot to about now. Also, survey a hot one is and then he said America for 70%. If he said direction of mine econo in Kaye. And I watch on my Ghana so Sabre Afro Barometer survey a hot ababa. And then he said Ghana for 1 to your watch. Everyone said on mine or direction now. I didn't any action in Kaye. In the case of America, where Jinaso the Atuaba as the same I confirm and Penya Waba paying as the number. And I'm sure that's the reason here I'm out for a draw those extrapolations now.
Well, the only extrapolation you can draw from this, or you want to do that just a position, the president has won again.
Yeah.
And it is based upon the fact that, and someone can see American mind in the view of the ordinary citizen. So then it means to say, and rather, so people want to bring him, but that is what they've done. So the same way, we share the indicators and before NPP took over 2016, indicators now. Inflation is 15.6.
Yeah.
Inflation core 54.9. And it is even on a rising trajectory.
Yeah.
2, that is 2. That to GDP, it was 56. Almost the year could do 104. And to end the year 83%. You are filled. The interest, the CD to the dollar was lower than yours. And I tell we electors were the corruption, the lowest and more highest. Testing. This is affect the very life of Africa. But a car, 120, that car, when you go to 8 years, 767. The human being is a rational being. The human being is a rational being. As I said, I also tells us about universal.
Yeah.
if the circumstances are the same, there's a high likelihood that a human being will act similarly. So if the economy in America, people are not happy with the economy, corruption, immigration, and other issues, they are not happy with that, then most likely, here it is even worse.
Mm.
So if it is worse there, then they will change direction.
That's right.
There's nothing that you can do. But there is something else in our part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation of elections. Manipulation of elections.
See a baby,
yes, it can turn the elections against the other. And you know, the only thing now is for vigilance and security. That's all.
Vigilance and security.
Yes.
But me way so. In the case of MPP Amayuko no, omo ankasa omo narrative anase omo nsema omo kika nanse hemo. Na anu ye ba omia ne maburu ishi aya no kire se na ni swade hunu de ma enwuma nie anu wo twetwa bi de bo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Omo nsem kika no boa ma amanfo ate o mase woni enti o man na say ani ni enti a omo nya ho hwe boa omo nsem kika no.
Maumia has good ideas. You can't take that away from him. Mr. Mahama, they also have a solid message. What it boils down to is believability and trustworthiness. And one of them, who are being, and Yamana Walker can who are being. And if you start seeing the president, the sitting president is against you. The sitting president has always been for you.
That's right.
Into the set, Yamana Walker can. The Ghana for Petunia Gia, and what some of Nano. Too many of the share was sat Nano. You're working here and there. I didn't say, in the Mama Ghana for Gia Disse. You're walking a good, but a young day you is the credibility crisis. Maybe are very high. And if Dr. Baumia is going to do that, is the credibility crisis that will make him do. Apart from that, you have a president whose rating is 3%. That president should not be part of your campaign team. He should not be part of your campaign team. Yes, he's on everywhere telling this, telling that. That will often a misperceptional message. What is that? That you cannot be your own man. That the action of the party who are leading will control you when you win.
Wow.
Therefore, they will not vote for you.
But don't cry a bit, Mama. Omwangasa party for Omega Ekufu Adonai Jamo.
That is what we call voter apathy.
Wow.
Okay, and a voter apathy is high in national 22%, according to Global Info Analytics. Kitaka, 23%. Why? These are debt-related areas. Find out the Sikendi Takrade entry. You will see the report that has come with respect to MPship. If Takrade can and gives power in terms of parliament to the NDC, MPP will lose the general election.
Wow. Okay, Doc, answer the memoir kono crack. And then we are brem no mienu. Single parliament ne and central for Bisha. Oni ebedi nkomo ye beto to no. Ye be bisa nsem. Was said ye o minor memo no. Esi ko. Na ebi mu kra kire se de si na no Supreme Court no. Na just ye party se kra de. One hwa ye betima dum pempen so a. Saban no epese ye gene budget tuma. Se ebi aye dane no ewo mrahye bedwafia. Obi betima tabri asem na court. Ama court akwaje atuma na. Ehon na se ye ko. Se de Parliament eba be subservient to the judiciary. And only a person ye yana. And then we get said the speaker betima ka. E betima ma oba o mine bo ato yem.
Well, It's just unfortunate sometimes and so on. But the speaker that I know, he's legislature oriented, and he always talks about strengthening the legislature, and that will not change. See, this idea of Abaye's
yeah.
People in government are so edgy. They don't really know what he's going to say. But trust me, that man is so wise, and he knows whatever he does. On Class FM, they can say the speaker was going to swerve both NDC and NPP, and that's what he did. That's what he did. We are in a constitutional crisis because you have overly enthusiastic Chief Justice who is more ready to please his appointor more than the people in whose trust he holds the power. A Supreme Court that can tell us, say, our birth certificate is not a determinant of our citizenship. What else can they not do? But mark it on the wall. The way and manner of our penning Chief Justice, whenever there's a change of government, they will use the law against it. They will remove her. They will remove her. You mark it on the wall. You say, opinion you're there, but they will also tell you that ABC and C, procurement is procurement that. So somebody breaks the petition, and they will use it against her, and she'll be removed. Maybe they may decide against that. And they may try the waters when there's a change in government and see how it will go. After that, they may take a decision. Because should Mr. Mahama win this election, the expectations of Ghanaians are very, very high. And that is what I fear for him. And to be able to fulfill this expectation, you have to put in certain measures. And having just 4 years, you have to be ruthless and be a change agent so that those reforms are implemented will have to take effect. Government, Talk to me. I don't know what he intends to say. Background information says he's not going to budge.
Wow. But I mean, do you get that reading based on the way Dom Cassia for no? Because I mean that as well as where we stand says here, you know, majority war Mrasabedwafie, NDC fano. Eka said no, baby omujina na no mujina. And as our majority dibere na omonsa kano, omo emfri ho. Could that be the reason Tia Walker can say one backtracking?
I don't see him doing so because Parliament is not subservient to the judiciary. But the other say, you say, oh, don't say constitutional government like the Constitution is the Supreme. So the one who interprets the Constitution, when you interpret affects the executive and the legislature, and it means that the judiciary is more powerful. But when you interpret it, you are done. Who implements it? So, I will say you're very careful. Issues that are very political, that are polarized, man for throw it out. So that the politicians themselves, what has no solving the problem. They always have a means of solving the problem. Until so Chief Justice, what to me say in Ghana, look at it say, opening go, yes, no, I 2016 parliamentary candidate. So he's not conflicted in this case. Now, Coco Fat Kwame was a 1 year, a PNC, Coco Boy in this in Ibiswa. Are they on this particular case? Are they on this particular case? A case that is so polarized between the NDC and the NPP, they are not there. If they were to be there, we will also say they are conflicted. So change them. But you went on this and that is very political. It is not by law that you are rationalizing the presence of a Justice Gawu on this particular matter by referring to this and that. I don't think that When I saw judges, recuse you among. In a short thing, judges, recuse you among. May have on the number. I am conflicted. They didn't have in case and so. But what is what they call disclosure?
Yeah.
No do Mr. People will tell you. But this law of disclosures.
Martin People, yeah.
Martin People. Someone say you have 15 Supreme Court judges. And by force say what they go with that to swallow. You have a motive for empaneling him. You have a motive. And everything that you people will say 5-0, this, that, and that. So you see, I mean, I feel market. Yeah, they are moving to make a Sabian. But what have you solved? Tomorrow is 7th of November. What problem have you solved? And even that is the case. Imagine NDC for say, okay, we don't need anything. Supreme Court, you need to send your money. And you know, minority, majority, Ghana for 9% decided on the 7th of December.
That's right.
Who is the actual majority? You must set moral high ground. Leave it like that. Leave it to their conscience. Leave the Supreme Court to do whatever they want to do. And go to your parliament and do your business.
That's right.
Make sure so you use the parliamentary, what's it called?
Procedure and standing orders.
Standing orders.
Yes.
Very
well, Doc. Yemfensia medo asepa ne wo bre ne adaje a wonya man na no pay wo Dwabo Ase dwumadi so e da sepa Doc.
No asepa.
Dr. Jonathan Asante ena ebusia moten nkan wonsem ahodo ne akoso the United States of America mabato a womoto ye ne nsunsuaso said ensem ni sise no ene ni ayebehunu wo man Ghana wo abra ye koto abanafe finally menena di nkomode afa de besi enawia wo abra abo no mienu Speaker of Ghana's Parliament and the Ghana's entry for Bechia Eddie Nkomo yebetoto na no bisabisa nsem but the ato aman for dream in tanta and as I am for dream in tanta any near speaker no eba beka aman for nim the oba beka ebi sida se speaker be yen entry for HMU wabra wato nsa friends entry for se mbetoto na no bibi say incident normal ISC for the first time and egusu esi Mr. Mama me honorable Agboja Govins ne nkomo bia woni Ghana for di ye ade fa nia Supreme Court aye ni omo baye wo mrahye bagafie titiri sabre ya ye from so mo nsama ye tie no say sound on ma binim de ekoso. Wow, interesting. Honorable Kwame Agboja Govins, Member of Parliament, Madishia War, Adakru Impesuaso, Onona na wakasa, ya rectify sa from Sonona, yet me, Ako, Ashe, Amabibiato ye. Afeso Jebia may be a phone line, Sonona, also Abeka, a year Jumedino. Na ya share him, Sir Osman, Yariga, Ebebabetra, National Officer, Ma NDC Amanukono, where Deputy Youth Organizer, Emma NDC Amanukono. What you two mutiasie so the best studio ha na ye ne dinkomo and this is the second time in this week ya to yenza afra mumo ba ko samumra na mo betra na ni nkomo amama eti se free na ko ye yese mo manti ye ko ba bi foforo akodi nkomo na hwe na obi amfa fo na amfro bia because yete ye de ebeye what you say ye de ebeye said ebeye Yenina and common na ye no ebebo ama bibi papa yede ama abama on my Ghana. So I don't get why we will call you. You would agree to come to a program. You even bother to pick a phone and call producer Krona or Frost Brejumedi no. Nature nientia wouldn't be ma. I don't get why. I don't get it. Brani ni nkomo Enfa enzama wangasa wonama wobo apra wudi tudwa and also your problem. Why should that be a problem? So BBS ukwanya for phone for a producer catch no. And then we all move on. There are other people who want to come on the platform and speak. But they don't get those opportunity because maybe I call for more what's wrong. What is this? I didn't know. And me can say no, obi be for phone. I go frobi. I go frobi. But there are some and when ye, that is the truth. When ye nya adwuma ni mom ye nyina ye nkwa awie ye pa. Ye nya adwuma ni mom. Chama why late? Why late? Why late? When me produce a kasa one ka meeting asem. Why late? Abotre ndi yenya. Why late? Kaya say show no. We are supposed to do this conversation for 1 hour. 30 minutes call. Star 274 hash o dalia on Sabeka 2000. Osman Ayarega Akwaba. Congratulations so. Ghana ye architects papa.
Here David Ajay be because I'm connection man no. Architects papa. Yes. The kind of I want to sincerely apologize to you and your lovely listeners and viewers. Sometimes you plan and things get disrupted.
So that's why we have a mobile phone.
Yeah, offer me catch
you don't even wait for him to call.
Had an emergency that we had to attend to.
So you joined the emergency.
To the emergency. Text me banner and I'm in traffic. Unexpected traffic and
then you text, I'm in traffic, I'm on my way.
Yeah. I think he called. I told him I was almost here.
Okay, yeah, new common, free. Everybody speaker no. But yes, you are American. I'm for a more extrapolations. Meaning, reading or fat near, I cause American and in soon as we be now, Yabatwa, Yababeto. My Sankofa, Ghana be the same thing.
And no number was station man be some say, oh, America election or how is it going to have a bearing on the Ghana election? I'm say America election there. Whichever way it goes, the enemy say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and NDC be win about way. Whether it goes to Trump and I say it goes to Harris. Either way, the idea him say Ejuma dia ya bono and I send him say a month for a comedy amount for who try work no. Either way, it will surely be the National Democratic Congress be winning this election. But it's a month for can say as America acquire some coffee there automatically a patch say NDC so and I Ghana for so be some coffee. But if you look at the dynamics now, I think people are at liberty to do whatever extrapolation they want to do.
Yeah.
But for me, I think
but then some not so say. And some not say Trump no a year campaign and inflation is
exactly.
And maybe na
automatically because say he just told the people say I'm sure I'm sitting him no more to aba. And I used to the same thing. You catch your mouth and say, I'm sure I'm sitting in no more to abapa. Into the most important thing they say, was sitting in when you say, Nkoye, of course, for my Nkoye. And say, economic risk, we judge economic who after the account digitization. On one year, crisis on to me, friend, economic risk, or friend, allergy. Say, sister, allergy from economic risk to allergy. A patch say, I don't know, I say up and say, until economic media on to me, for economy no home. But most importantly, when him say, if you get the economy wrong, any other thing is meaningless and it does not add to your well-being. Because no matter what, so digitization 100%. Now say the economy, bread and butter issues. How are you going to benefit from the digitization? Because digitization, you say it's kind of better data.
That's right.
You use your phone.
That's right.
It's kind of better online. So that you can access it. Sika what do you call it? Passport application, mostly digitization online. Passport application is free. Sika no better passport forms now. Now be everything online. Digitization is just to make things easier for you so that you don't have to be physically somewhere to do your transaction. But what is the use of digitization? Digitization is useless if the economy is not working well, if the economy is not inuring to the benefit of the ordinary citizen. So, Mr. Rebel, me on digitization, on back to the fundamentals, which is the economy. The entire economy, no one said. And now, John Mama Coca say it's about the economy stupid. I say that be John Mama, but we have not insulted anybody. We just quoted what another president, Bill Clinton said. So we are telling Bamia say it's about the economy. It should come back to the basics. It should come back to the fundamentals. Not just digitization. No. Once you get the economy right, every other thing will pick it up from there.
But I don't see the and just a kind of when you say and come about the economy.
Yes, because bread and butter issues. Tell me no bread and butter issues. If you don't have the bread and butter issues right, any other thing is meaningless. And know the fundamentals will speak to the fact. And now on Baumia Suka said if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Time our cancer, the exchange rate it was at 3.8, and the exchange rate is at 17.2. What does he have to say? We just sound common after the allergic card digitization once. Now, large also economic risk after also digitization. And then Uncle Mo vendor, Uncle Momo vendor, Momo space to space. Who can say time now? Space to space, Ariba to Ariba, Vodafone to Vodafone.
That's right.
Because for us, we know that John Dramani Mahama Eka say we will bounce this economy back. And I can say in the first quarter of his year, the most important thing is to stabilize the currency.
That's right.
But when he says, so far as the economy is concerned, if you are able to stabilize the currency, it stabilizes inflation, it stabilizes price of goods and services, it stabilizes everything that you want to do, and it gives you some breathing space to be able to now go into infrastructure. But so if you don't get it right, that means that you are not going to get anything right.
But no, because Magasa mobile stabilize it, but Kwame so how? Kwame so na mobile ma Sidi na say nya na ho den. Wa abra mo say hye boss mbegina eyi 24-hour economy so ne normal wodo ama enwuma ba. Mo san so kro ya say sika ni memo. Mo so say mo futuo bi amodo beto agina so e de aye infrastructure. Sika no be free.
You see, first and foremost, when him say people have lost confidence in the Ghanaian city. And nothing that they be devalue because Obiang who say Mikita seed in the crampo, but the next morning, they lose the value.
That's right.
So and now Ukita, I mean last week, so Ukita, what do you call it? 100,000 cedis. It was around $8,000. But and if you have the same amount of money, it has reduced to about $7,000. Apart from say the purchasing power of Sasikano, it has devalued. So first and foremost, you need to let people have confidence in your economy.
Yeah.
And that is the first thing we're going to do. John Mahama coming with a new face and a new government. I know Krampo, it brings some confidence and boost into the economy. Aside from that, I say he's going to cut the profligate expenditure. When you say the more people spend, the more there's so much corruption in the system, and the more people chase the dollar, then it devalues your city. Aside from that, so we are looking at how we are going to boost the economy with a 24-hour economy. Because we're looking at how we can produce more so that people can even export. Because the more you export, the more you earn more foreign exchange. And the more you earn foreign exchange, it also reduces the pressure on the forex. For example, under John Dramani Mahama, we established one of the biggest factories, which was the Dwabo gas plant. So Dwabo gas plant, not every year, this is US dollars, $300 million just to purchase gas. But this time around, compare $300 million US because we already have the gas here. So it reduces the pressure we used to look for the dollar at the time to purchase gas. So it is this kind of infrastructure, this kind of factories, so that you see how it have a direct link to your economy. It will reduce the rate at which you go out there to chase the dollar or you go out to chase the forest. But I know you're crossing by almost say one district, one factory. Make up besides say na boko factory ben or say a meat factory. I go check here, will be out on the changing. I almost say a meat factory. Yes, we call boko nipakra last time me beside miracles. Me no your TV3 beside say na boko factory ben cry na I say more meat processing factory. Me say direct me to the place because I changing ga. Will be out on changing ga.
What then the idea no?
I'll be out on me catch yourself factory be anyway. Baby on my direction. Me say how changing gas spot. Your friend was Zana Mat. Ope abisa obia or boko. It's just opposite the police station. Mommy, that me say, Sadia no chinchinga sport.
Yeah, meat factory.
Chinchinga sport.
Wow.
You turn na me turn a confirm near upon.
What's your fraud say?
Zana mat.
And no abuaji catcher.
Yeah, oh mommy direct say what do you call it? Boko or more meat factory then processing factory. Me say, master. Factory be any boko me free or me say, oh in fact when or mommy direct say, oh there is Zana mat oh yeah turn chinchinga. Ope akobi sa boko for say if an friend is Zana mat. Chinchinga sport. See, how can that even inure to the benefits of the economy? How will that help in forest? It cannot help in any way.
One district, one factory.
Yes, one district, one factory.
And the manner in which one district, one factory.
You see, the one district, one factory should have a direct link with the economy and how it can help to also reduce the pressure on forest.
Sana was saying
yes, Sana was saying
yes. But sanity.
And yes, sanity.
I didn't.
Because it is done in a very haphazard way. The factories are not being done, and all they do is that say, oh, one can say what's a two apple factory? Near be paint on near design, but the two say, oh, we a product of one district, one factory, and the crowd will be some will say, so what is the direct benefit of the so-called factories? They are unable to tell you. And you know, now make a say under John Dramani Mahama, a Dwabo gas plant, one factory, and no crowd mean far Kumasi shoe factory, Krampo and Kanho. A Dwabo gas plant alone is saving us close to $300 million that ordinarily would have gone to for $300 million cash to go and buy gas. So it has saved
direct benefit.
Direct benefit. You can quantify it. But I would say what meat processing and chinchinga sport. It could be some say tomato there. Now no so almost say walugu then dam cramp. And no cramp one work says as can there. Edi. You see. We say na kahoma after there, I'm for say, I'm sure more sitting in my better.
But me bow, 7 here. Sanka one district, one factory, yeah, Juma, said you must see can or not. I can no my crabba memono, cause I should tell me what.
Anka by this time, I said dollar no not around 2 cities.
Because
because we export more. You better exporting more than we will import. So now I say, one district, one factory. We are going to industrialize now. If we're able to do it the way John Mahama was going about it, because if we had a Dwabo gas saving us $300 million every year, and we had another factory saving us maybe $50 million, we had another factory saving us $20 million. We say kitten kakra, we are reducing the pressure on the dollar. So we understand when all these factories put themselves together and they are exporting, I mean that we even have more dollars coming into this country and we won't have to look for more dollars to import goods. But because these are so-called one district, one factory, a Sakawa one district, one factory, it's a lie, a whitewash, and Toronto. That is why we are still suffering and the fundamentals are so weak. Because if you are able to establish factories in almost every district and they are exporting, the exchange rate by this time, it shouldn't be at 17.2 Ghana cedis. Yeah. We should be able to control because we'll be exporting everything. We'll be manufacturing everything here and we even have access to export. But because of the lies, that is why I mean they are on petrol until he's exposing them with the exchange rate. It's
Momo bad, dear Namobe, not yet my call. And then the solution here.
Yes, so problem. Yes, so solution. And I'll catch you say, yeah, ours is not just to go into slogan.
My idea da.
Then me bought back home, me bought a Dwabo gas plant amount. We are saving about $300 million. Yeah, Kumasi shoe factory.
But Sabre enough forex rate in it to say.
Sabre enough.
Because about me, I catch you say, yes, he cannot hold in that tiaba for mama. Baby, I near done, which is almost 4 cities, no. Then Nimway money to Ghana for tribu, Momo to Tiamo.
Maybe.
And then forest rate, yes, a man, you
good. Under the NDC, AJ of my money, the forest rate $1 was 1.1 Ghana cedis. So if so, at the time we were 1 cedi 20 pesos, I won $1. When we received it, of course, there were some issues at the time with the economy. Prices of gold dropped at the time, and that gave us some economic shock because Ghana, we depend solely or mainly on the price of gold and also the price of cocoa. Price of gold was at its all-time low. Price of cocoa was also at its all-time low. And no, now time a friend external shocks no. Okay, that was when Setepe under his wisdom no, or establish a stabilization fund, all the funds no, to serve as a buffer so that in times of crisis like this no, we can rely on some of these monies. Okay,
yeah,
and that's why we even went to the Senchi forum to go and see how we can reboost
Homegrown
solutions.
Yes.
Thank you. At the time, no. So we ended
it
our
was
8 years.
External shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the time, no, we didn't anticipate external shocks. So even when we got the external shock, we now thought it wise to have some buffers. MPP came and they enjoyed all the buffers. So yeah, under a buffer, no, we had over yes, yeah, the sika to her because him say okay, we won't know when again we will have some of these external shocks. So the sika to her say we are not spending this money. All these monies are for whenever there's a shock that is beyond us. I say when COVID came, no, they shouldn't be complaining because all these buffers and stock no was there for them to rely on. So at the time COVID by no, there was money for this country to be able to survive. Aside from that, let's not even talk about other funding every external markets during COVID no. Now I'm back to the issue. Yeah. So Jai Power, no, it was at 3.8 Ghana cedis. So there was a jump from 1.2 Ghana cedis to 3.8 Ghana cedis, which that was a difference of 2 cedis 60 pesos. 2 cedis 60 pesos.
Yes.
Under the NDC at the time, the NPP say Omon TB that was the most incompetent government. However, Omoje Abainu from 3.8 cedis, after they were in for 17.2. Oh yeah. Calculation now, meaning that it has jumped by 14 cedis, 40 pesos.
Wow.
So under for 8 years, we in terms of nominal figures, the cedi devalued at 2 cedis 60 pesos. Under the economic weight scale, after the economic scale, large panel. It has devalued by 14 cedis, 40 pesos.
Wow.
Who share between these two governments, no, which of them has done it before?
But my point is
can do it again.
Yes. My point is on exchange rate, no.
Yes.
And no ma this idea ne ba no. Nia na na sabre ye na no an ye gusu aye. Which is say ye de ye ho to no ma ye kra efri amano ne ba no. And no an ye gusu aye de ye ho to so. Eti NDC mo ba bio no. Edien kwan na mabato a modest idea we beba na wie.
Yes, and I make us say yaye bida. And we will continue to do it. And I may bought a travel gas plant and say we saved this country $300 million. And that is why for the 8 years now, at least the rate of devaluation of the currency in terms of nominal figures now it's just 2 cedis 60 pesos.
Did the travel gas project stop our rate of importation?
Yes, it stopped our rate of importation of gas. Yes.
So
you see, it's not only gas we import so many things.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying that if they had implemented the one district, one factory properly, or even if it was implemented, at least would have reduced importation of maybe rice, importation of maybe tin tomatoes, and that would have been saving us little by little, and at the end of the day there won't be pressure. And that is why we are saying that this time around we need to watch the things we import. And John Dramani Mahama has said a time without number that most of the things we produce in this country, we should be able to feed ourselves in this country. And next thing I will say, he wants the youth to go into agriculture. When he say food importation alone, Burkina Faso, when he say imported tomatoes over $10 million from Burkina. Just Burkina here, desert. Burkina here, desert. Yes, a crown toast. Every Burkina the Bagana. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said, we need to make sure that we expand agriculture and reduce the rate of importation of food. That is one of the first things. Because if you are able to reduce the importation of food, and no crampo and reduce the prices of food. That is the first thing. So the thing I say, one day you have to go into agriculture and establish the farm banks. Aside from the farm banks, you establish the services center that should enable or help young people to go into agriculture and also farm.
At the end of what's our farm banks name?
Farm
service center anymore.
Farm bank. Farm bank no. When you say this time around, the most important as far as agric is concerned, assassin. Amount for person more call into farming, but money assassin. And this time around, him say the issues of assassin have become very difficult. When they say I have a phone, sometimes you go and they are difficult in terms of giving you land. And young people to be we school.
Yeah.
Or Nisa can and power and say, wait me at the koto assassin. So what happens is that the government this time around will go into agreement with the chiefs. And a government benya assassin. As I get assassin, so government so be a demarcation of assassin. As a plotter will be able to alcohol sinifie, but this time it's for farming. And government will do all the access roads within the farmlands. Into Oba now register with the assembly say, oh, me pay ebia 10 acres, 20 acres. The person will acre ebia a brew and I say a more and I say in toast. The another said they'll give you the land free. You are not paying for the land because we want young people to go into farming. So the land this time around is free. And now say you register the number of acres, but you make sure you farm. And you say what you know you register. So you remember as that's the farm bank. You remember assassin say but it's not for you.
Yeah.
It's just that for that 3-4 months, no, whatever you want to grow, you can go and grow there. And the farmer service system, no, and also as you've taken the land, and you say we need tractor, we need seedlings, we need fertilizer. But I don't know under the services center. I know you're very recorded. So what you ebia into seedlings no 100. What you fertilizer 20 bags. What you what do you call it? Ebia yabe plow yamao condemn chemical ebia 30 bags. I know they be quantifying in we now say we harvest here. Or even if government buys from you, government will look at how much you owe the farmer service center. No, the same amount. No interest, nothing.
And no one are buying a business carefree.
Yes, because they need to also restock for the next season.
That's right.
Next time will be super so and more So the most important, they need to restock whatever they have taken to be given to you.
That's right.
But you don't pay any interest because you are just paying what you have taken from the farmer service center. So we want to encourage more youth to go into agriculture. So we are making it very convenient so that Obia away free school. And when you say application letter, 1990 through application, DSA application for employment, no. And I say one casa your business, one casa kita or cash, sorry, one casa we penny. You yourself you can even employ people. By so doing, no, we won't have to import Ntos. We won't have to import JNA. When you say a punchy cry import free Niger.
Wow.
Yes.
Punchy.
Yes, I'm telling you.
You're careful Niger.
I'm telling you.
Now punchy baby
say there were different types. It's imported from Niger. It's imported from Burkina Faso.
Wow.
Almost everything is imported. Mango cry imported free Burkina Faso.
It is share where so na mubabe jina.
Yes, because the person making sure say we can produce more here. Because if you produce more here, no, and when they say we rather export to Burkina Faso, who rather export to Niger, who rather export to Nigeria, and because the West African market is huge enough. And say if you export now, what it means is that you also make more forex, and when you make more forex, it makes your currency very strong. So these are the solutions. When you say to be able to stabilize your currency, and yeah, rhetoric so, and yeah, kasatintene asabonia about me 1990 or on every platform. To be able to salvage this economy, and yet cheap talk. So already he's used to cheap talk. And yet cheap talk say the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose. I don't know exposing. They say to me car economy wants him because he has disgraced himself, he has disgraced his family, he has disgraced his wife. And you tell see across something about me on to me friend economy with friend allergy. So the most important thing is that John Dramani Mahama is looking at how we can solve our own problems internally. He has done it before. He's going to do it again. And we are telling you that the most important thing within the first few days of John Dramani Mahama, of course, Wakachamo said he was going to set up the leanest government within 14 days after 7th of January because we need to hit the ground running and we need to work as soon as possible. Okay, said 2 days ago, Kai said, Dumso, no. NPP is trying very hard to shift the problem now to the NDC. But it's a car, a war power sector. No, the doomsday we have now is not because there's no gas or nothing. It's because almost the car, they owe someone as ugly. Hundreds of millions of dollars. They owe T2, T3, TICO. They owe all the power producers. They owe them so much.
Independent power
producers.
But also
owe them so much.
Obajatum's a legacy debt. I mean, because we buy them fresh, no one say Kadada be wa the mother two almost so. It's a bay at this workers here,
no, the legacy debt at the time when Mills took over, no, that had to do with the issue of TOR, Okaya,
TOR recovery
debt, and yes, and we were recovering it as and when.
But if you are the buyer, I'm the betu doom so I see.
Yes.
Enyaka bia.
No, and that is the problem under the MPP. Almost say the power plants are buying because of the clause of take or pay. Because of that, it has accrued them. Today they are suffering. That is a lie. Power in the IPPs, independent power producers, you cannot charge if you don't produce the power. The only time they talk about take or pay, is when the person is producing the power, but you as the individual, you don't take the power. So I know that he will charge you for the fact that made them power. One budget. The last time the finance minister brought all the debts, it is not power that has been produced and not paid. It is power that Ghanaians have consumed and ECG has not paid.
Okay.
So it is not about take or pay. It's about the fact that ECG has been unable to gather the funds and the bills that people pay to pay the independent power producers.
Because
say power mama, we solved them, so we gave them so many power producers. We moved the generation capacity of this country from 2,500 megawatts to about 4,855 megawatts. The idea was to get to 5,000 megawatts because they said during our peak time we require about 4,000 or 3,800 megawatts. But when you say power producers, it is a car. Who car no car no speedometer no 220 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
But car na kasa it can never move 220 kilometers per hour. What I say?
Yeah.
Because car no want to cause our speed no to the end. ABI it will break down or the beyond. That is how the power producers are. Even though you go into an agreement that we can produce 5,000 or maybe 200 megawatts, they can never produce the exact figure that it has been stated. Usually they produce the highest they can go. ABI it is 80% of what they are producing because you are going to stress the equipment. And I catch on
the 24-hour economy ba. Ye be here nyinam kanea.
Yes.
They produce ama ye see the nanya hoden. Kanea nso ne edundum no if you say kada ho mo be dey.
First and foremost, somewhere in the middle of this year, said the independent power producers, they shut down most of their equipment, and even he had to take his Excellency John Dramani Mahama to plead with them, to come back while they negotiate with the finance minister. So when he says our goodwill, is already there, but we want the Ghanaian people to know that as it stands now, it is the MPP that has plunged this country into doom because they have been unable to pay the independent power producers. Even though you and I say, you see Kenya
That's right.
So how is it that many you see Kenya bill? However, ECG is unable to pay the independent power producers. Okay, so we implemented what we call the cash waterfall system. Say that as a bucket, so that all the IPPs can be sorted little by little. But what have they done? Almost sorry, they don't pay all the IPPs little by little. They have their cronies and their friends. Once the money hits the cash, but the independent power producers are complaining about it. That they don't pay all of them. They are only paying some who are close to them.
The independent power producers like I say,
but if they but if you are paying some and leaving some, what is making you pay some and leave some? What kind of relationship do you have with some? What kind of relationship do you have with some that you are paying some and leaving some? That is why I'm telling that it's about people paying their cronies and their friends. Because if I produce power mommy, Kwesi I produce power mommy, Ima produce power mommy, Ebia Medoka 10 cities, Mede Kwesika 20 cities, Mede Imaka 20 cities, Minya 50 cities. I mean, if say, mean to trying now, what do I do? Make sure be a 10, and I'm a boy. And to us. But what do you now? Because there's some level of corruption somewhere. Because you owe everybody. You need to pay everybody a certain percentage so that you too wait to your suppliers. Wait you can do maintenance within your space. So what His Excellency is telling Ghanaians is that as it stands now, this doomsday is caused as a result of the recklessness of the MPP, and it is a financial problem. The only way out is the MPP must be ready to pay the IPPs. But because we are already hitting December, rest assured they'll shift it to the NDC. But we are ready. We have always been problem solvers. We will solve the problem. Within the first few days after we take over power, we'll sit with the IPPs. We'll renegotiate whatever government owes them. And we'll make sure that we will stick to our word. We are men of integrity. We are honest men. We are men when we say we will do a cast obey. We will do it. So we plead with the IPPs to exercise some patience with the next NDC government, and we'll renegotiate all the debts, and we will surely pay them.
Emi yasembre no abo etia ye. I can come on also the wapa titi the speaker o the can kitu just 30 seconds. And at the end now share any say speaker. Ebe kan ebe mama obi abo atone yam. Because with your honorable Abuja province, they are not backing down. And you
let me say in this democratic exercise, maybe I've fallen more in love with the Speaker of Parliament. Because what Chair say, as a man, you have to stand your grounds. Because what has happened in the last few days hasn't been the best of things. Of course, as a lawyer, what I can say is that the Supreme Court has spoken. I disagree with their position of the law. That is my opinion. You can disagree with the position of a judge. It doesn't mean that what the judge has said is wrong. You disagree based on your position and what you know and what you believe is the right thing to be done. I vehemently disagree with the position of the Supreme Court. And more dangerous is even the perception out there. Because you see, as a Supreme Court, you must be seen to be the apex, and you must be seen to have high level of moral integrity. Do not let people even have that perception. Say you are also part of the political class.
And if you go out, political experience in Ayana, and Mamu won't be Kasasa.
Now, why I am more political experience, no? No, Godfrey Dame. No, all fix matches. No, you can't want some crampo. No, Yana Japachino. What was he doing? Were those morals? Were those the values they taught us at the law school? Is that the kind of ethics they taught us at the law school? No. And as an attorney general, I expected him to know better than to be engaging in some of these shenanigans and schemes. So you see, the Supreme Courts should not engage in acts that people will perceive them to be part of the political class.
Why are we speaking with you? One can hear.
Speaker, they say, yeah, law in the UC. By all means, the speaker will use the law to take a position. The speaker has already taken an initial position, and the Supreme Court Ebuguye said that he should have come on the other leg. But I believe that the Speaker of Parliament, I don't want to take the wind out of the sail, but I believe anything or any position the speaker will take will be backed by law. And that we expect to happen. But I know that as independent as Parliament is, Parliament will not be coerced. Parliament will not be intimidated. Parliament will not be cajoled to do what is unlawful, what is unconstitutional, and what is illegal. I trust Parliament to do that.
But that's Osman.
But we can another date. I want to sincerely apologize to you. Now me say oh bomb me too much.
Oh say too much.
Oh bomb me too much. Oh bomb me too much.
What do you about me no? Like it tell you about us. What do you?
Me own ya. I'm a friend from his house. I'm a friend from his house. Oh, I didn't know. When I catch up, we say it was on a lighter note.
What's the make out? I meant what I said.
Oh, man, thank you.
I was here, come on here, dear. See, Ajimani power near Department Money Bremo. Now, a year, Mensaka, and where you saw you, your deep criminal, a year, wow, number, which is 0509. 788 ... One I want Saka 2,000 Ghana cedis and pay. Kwame Minkah, Baba.